You've now captured a corpse. That
Captured.
you, well, we'll say
Recovered.
you've recovered a corpse of your former traveling companion, and you now have him rather well preserved, if I recall correctly, in your room, which is
Yeah.
Avalon and Blinks's room, because the other three were like, yeah, no, we're gonna get a room without these guys.
Because why not?
And you have one more day until your scheduled arena fight. So this is your free day, and you have signed up for, but do not know when your uh, ranking fight will occur.
Yeah,
You made some rather nasty stuff with the extra corpse flowers you had, and why don't you guys take it from there? So it's in the morning. If I remember correctly, you guys had your rest, and
Yeah.
so it's the morning. It's the morning. You have a full day. Your fight is tomorrow. And let's see. Let's put you guys in back to the good old
Spirit.
trusty common room. These people are not here because it's morning, and no one is ever here in the morning. Let's see. Do I have you? Oh, you guys. Yeah, you're all here. Eleanor's here today. I got everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good.
Kind of is here in spirit, just not in body, right?
He's actually here in body as well. He just has a potato.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So-
using my girlfriend's potato Ubuntu laptop
Oh, cool.
because my
Oh.
girlfriend wants to play Skyrim on my computer.
Roll20 runs on Ubuntu? I didn't know that.
It does.
Are you using
I didn't know that.
Firefox or Chrome?
I'm using Chrome.
I'm curious because I also may have a Linux. Okay, so you guys are in the. I assume everyone sees themselves. You're in the common room. Dredge has served you up some morning breakfast. It's he calls it a sausage patty, but you're all not quite so sure about that. But you say all right, and he's going about his business. He's cleaning tables, him and Lily. So you get the impression that he's no longer viewing you guys as like potential like thieves and criminals in his establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick,
Building
what did that
relationships. Um.
Okay, so this is our free day today. I remember that
It is.
dungeon that was nearby. Anybody want to go head out
was-
that way?
There was the well, it was kobolds, right? That we came across, or was it goblins? Interchangeable in my mind.
That was kobolds.
Okay. They're so interchangeable in my mind. I forget.
Oh no, excuse me. Those were. I think you fought. Hold on, actually, I'll tell you real quick. Goblins.
See?
They were
My
either-
mistake.
It's not just me.
Are you sure? I thought they were gnolls or kobolds.
What do I have here?
I didn't write it down though, so.
No, you're right. I was right the first time. Kobolds. Kobolds.
Kobolds. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
kobolds fit the theme a little bit better because it was alligators and water. But yeah. Usually goblins are fire and mountains and rocks. Yeah, we have the kobolds we could dungeon we could check out. I also kind of want to wherever there's a settlement, there are an underground underbelly, black market services, all that fun stuff. And I feel like Dredge might know something about that. Even if it's just a person who's a part of that.
He may.
Thank you.
He may not. Don't know.
But I feel like that might be something to look into as another means of income, gaining friends relationships, power,
Hmm.
that fun stuff. And Baron's, at least this morning, is just kind of muttering this stuff to the other guys, but very lost in his own mind. Conversation he was having with Zelenor earlier, thinking of otherworldly things and black matter.
I'm gonna walk up to George and say, "Hey, where can I buy black market stuff?"
He just looks at you, and he looks over at the rest of you, and he says, "I think you lost this one."
It's in
And he
my
just-
bio. I'm very
and
direct.
he goes back to cleaning the table and just completely ignoring Blinks.
Well, if he gets in trouble with the guards, I have another bed that I can put his body.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Dredge kind of looks over his shoulder at you when you say that and raises an eyebrow, but then goes back to cleaning the table.
All right. Well, the direct route didn't work. Somebody else try something. Okay.
Dredge,
It's silent. Who would like to go to the dungeon?
Dredge says he notices you all just kind of sitting there. You've eaten your food. The plates have been cleared, and you're all just sitting there, kind of staring at the wall. And he says, "Look, I don't mind y'all being here, but maybe if you just want to sit and not buy anything, you could head to your room."
I'm fine with that. Avalon goes back up to the room.
Nope, screw that. I'm going outside. Let's go play.
All right, so Blinks heads out. Avalon
Kind of will head outside.
All right.
It's so bright out here.
Zelenor the Sleepless also goes out.
It's really not that bright, guy.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Very bright.
Avalon, do you change your mind at all when you see them all heading outside?
Yeah, I'll follow them.
So you guys head outside. It's early. The sun's only been up for maybe 45 minutes. So it's hour.
Chris.
Yeah, lots of time.
Baron's been up for 4 hours listening to Zelenor.
Zelenor has not slept and never will again. Which, by the way, is a great way to make him go batshit crazy.
Kaino's like, well, if we have nowhere else to go, guys, we should just go explore that dungeon.
Yeah, agreed. Let's do it.
Awesome.
The one with the singing folk.
Entertain us as we walk, Bard.
Baron just kind of...
Kaino starts singing.
Oh, God, not you.
Baron's busy eating what was left over as breakfast and just kind of staring off into the...
It's not very good.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
Baron
not
does
bad.
snap out of it when he hears Kaino start to pipe up, and he starts playing along, trying to save the performance thing.
He sings a shanty.
So you guys
Oh, wow.
make your way over to the.
There you go, 23 performance.
There you go. Yeah, when Varen gets going, kind of fades off, and no one really says anything. They're like, yeah.
I want to say he gets a little outshined, but he's doing a good
He's the
harmonies with me, low harmonies. He's not
the
hitting the high
warm up.
notes.
He's the warm up band. He's not very good. No one's gonna remember who he is, but it's enough to get the crowd ready for the real show. So you head north. You get right back to the spot that you recall from before. And do you guys go ahead and head on in?
I would like to just do a perception check, make sure there's no guards or anything
Sure, go for it.
directly kind of being oh, do these guys...
Kaino wants to just take a quick peek if it seems like there's new tracks or anything leading into it.
Sure. Anyone who wants to, nice, nice. You believe that a dragon was here. Blinks, you said, were you doing traps, you said?
Yeah.
Do you have a thieves' tools kit?
Do I have one? Yes, I do. I don't have a
Use it.
disguise.
Making an investigation roll.
Oh,
Kaino, you can do a perception roll too.
one
Or
better.
you're checking for tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have made it anyways. Yeah, I mean from Blinks, you don't detect any traps. Varen, Kaino, from what you can tell, everything just appears the same as when you were there last time.
Yeah, I don't notice anybody.
Yeah. You actually,
yeah.
Varen actually turns around and goes, "Oh my God, where is everyone?" He lost
Just
you
lost
all.
in thought.
Yeah.
Just leave Varen at the entrance.
Yeah.
What kind is just gonna walk in?
I started walking, actually, just kept going west after they turned.
So Kaino's going down. Do the rest of you follow?
I'm gonna stay at the back. Yes.
So
I'm going to be sneaky and stealthy, but yes.
go ahead and roll a stealth check if you want to be stealthing. So
I'm going to just take notes of the rocks and shit
Sure.
that I moved
Oh, I gotta
and stuff
grab-
last time, just to...
who do I need? I need Avalon and Blinks. Can I grab you guys?
Oh, they've never been here.
Yes,
No.
please. I need my body. Hey, this looks interesting.
Yeah. So Avalon and Blinks have not seen this as of yet. So this is their first time. They've only heard about
So,
it from the three of you.
On the way there, we'll kind of, like, give them
Fill-
the story.
Right.
Fill them in on what happened, what, kind of how the statue moved after we went, took the herbs, how there were skeletons when we first got there, like, the whole spiel.
Right.
Basically.
So you come in and you notice a few. Go ahead, and the three of you have been here before. Make perception checks.
Okay.
Oh, you need a nat 24. Kaino and Varen, you both notice that the stone flower in the center of the room, that it is closed back up.
I had just been talking about that. We should have had advantage on that roll.
Can someone inform us that weren't here before? What's with
So-
the plot?
Yeah, so...
Why don't you go ahead? Go ahead and you do it. You tell them. You tell them in character. That would be fun.
Okay, fair enough. Varen... it's the statue. It went back to the rose. We were talking about it earlier on the way here, how this statue here, when we left, it actually had opened up. It was actually a beautiful flower. And that's where we actually got these. I kind of softly pat the pouch.
Boom! No, I'm
baubles.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Like, cautiously, like, I know what they are, so I'm not being an asshole. but yeah, where we got these, seems to have closed back up, though. I wonder if there's a purpose to that.
This
What do you
is where
think,
you
Kaino?
got the flowers.
Down, yes, this is the temple. It was much lower, on a lower level. Down the, at that point, I gestured to the closed doors over to the right of us.
We must get the key.
Yes.
This looks like a sarcophagus over here.
It's actually open at this moment, I believe. Or is it closed?
Is it open?
I'm asking.
Sorry, I was
Not
muted.
open.
You left it open last time when you left,
Okay.
and it's still open.
Okay.
And you see the key right where you left it.
Is there a body in there?
Nope.
Is
Aw.
there anything in there?
There's just a little dust
Dust
Hmm.
and a key.
and a key. Yeah, which you guys placed back in. When you remove it, you can see that it's right where you left it. There's a slight impression from where you placed it down.
The dust.
So who's grabbing the key, Varen?
I think Zelenor grabbed it before I did.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So does
I'm
Zelenor?
putting it up there.
Yeah. So does Zelenor use the key in the slot?
I do.
So the door begins to slide up as it did before. Takes a minute, and then it finally reaches the top and grinds to a halt.
Then I remove the key so we can use it on the other door.
Okay, so you guys go.
I'd like
Get
to
into
check for hidden
formation.
doors before we go in this one.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
We've already been here.
You have. I have not.
You find nothing.
All right. In we go.
It was a good roll. There just wasn't anything there, but you know it for a fact. You know that the way you have come down is the only way. Let me get
Gotcha.
rid of all these corpses.
One way in, one way out.
All right. So you guys. Oh, I gotta bring your bodies back. There you go. So now you guys are in the water room, which you remember from last time.
So after we go down the stairs, descending the stairs, and as we're descending the stairs, is there any visible, like last time we heard drumming?
You don't hear anything at this point.
Okay.
You would
I
all
don't think we
be
heard it until we
you'd
got
all
to
be
the
on
water room. Though.
this side of the door.
Are there light sources?
Yes. Can you not see?
We're not
I
moved
have.
over yet.
We're still
Yeah,
in the
we're
open.
not there yet.
We're still upstairs.
Oh, derp. There
I
you
figured
go.
you getting everything in position, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna move us.
All right. So this is where you were last time. For those who weren't here, or for those who may have forgotten, the flowers you got were on these two pedestals, and there's the big one that you did not remove, and it is still there. You can see that from here. And then, did Zelenor, you open the door? I forgot.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that large flower is still there, and the room is essentially as you saw it last time. You do not notice any of the bodies of the kobolds or the giant crocodile that you defeated last time.
Feel free to step in the water ahead of me.
Does it? How clear is this water?
It's actually fairly.
The water to our north and south.
Oh, okay. That is pitch black. It's very stagnant water. What you get the impression of is that the water that's flowing in from behind you, it's flowing into the room. You think that sometimes some of it goes into these, enough goes into these to keep them full, but not enough to keep it in any way clean. The water in the main room is, you can see about 5 feet or so into it, and then it gets, you can't really see into it.
Are these pillars or are these
These are pedestals. Like they are about 3 feet, 2-3 feet above the surface of the water.
So kind of is gonna start
Your
freezing
ice
water. Yep.
So
Kind of just starts walking out as he freezes the water beneath him. He can only do 2 squares at once, so.
Can I jump from the stairs to the pedestal?
So Zelenor
can-
takes the path behind him.
You can definitely you can make an acrobatics or athletics roll.
Okay.
DC 12. It's not all that hard.
Or athletics or what? Acrobatics. That's right.
Or acrobatics. For each jump, it's
Ugh.
good. Blinks. You've all seen have you all seen like American Ninja Warrior or those kinds of shows? Okay.
The one where you fall in the water.
Yeah, so you know when like people do that thing where they jump for the platform, and not only do they miss the platform, but they like face plant into the edge of it. So Blink smashes into that and falls into the water.
Lovely.
Then just
What kind of
my
armor are you
blades in
wearing,
and-
Blinks?
Good question.
Are you just wearing leather? I believe you're a thief. Excuse me, a
So-
rogue. So you're fine. You can swim around. You're just wet now. Varen, sorry, you were going for
I
a
was
swim?
I was just gonna wade in and kind of swim.
Sure, you can swim across.
What is that? Has anybody looked at that glowing yellow thing at the top? What is that?
I think that's
That's not
that's
on the
nothing.
map. Yeah.
Uh,
Pretend you don't
generic
see that.
map.
Yeah.
Generic map, and that wasn't.
Yeah. Not
Anything.
part of.
That's just
I
weird.
thought it was something too when we first came here. Baron will kind of go up over to the ledge and just see how the if what we did, because I don't know. He doesn't really know how the plant works at all. So
Sure.
he's wondering if that
make a
big plant.
make a perception or investigation check. Actually, do an investigation with advantage.
Investigation. I don't know what else.
Blinks.
How
did
deep
you,
is the water?
You're not sure. Did you swim from over here, or did you?
I just swam my butt over
Fair enough. Okay.
there.
Okay, so Varen, you notice that the large flower is doing just fine, from what you can tell, and you also noticed that in the dirt around the main flower, you see from two little spots you notice two thin black tendrils that look almost like a mini tiny octopus arm, but very thin and noodly, just tiny, maybe sticking about an inch or so from the soil. You think it may be more of these, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay. Does it look like it? Just from what I know about plants, which isn't, I'm street urchin, so not much. But it looks like it was pollinated from the big one. Maybe.
That you're not
Or-
sure. You just know that it appears there may be two more little ones
Okay.
beginning to
Alright.
thrive. And Avalon,
cool.
so you're trying to avoid getting wet, right?
I don't know how I'm going to do.
You can jump to each platform. It's a DC 12 to this platform. Either
All right,
acrobatics
I'm gonna
or
try.
athletics.
Hmm.
So you
You're
also fail, and yours is a little bit less like you don't like faceplant. You just kind of it looks like you almost like you're like the fat kid who just doesn't know how to jump into the water, and you just splash like right in here. It's like you don't even fall into your like knees, and you end up having so yeah. But then you
So I
take a
can
step.
wade through this water.
Once you get to where you are, once you're waiting here. As soon as you get to here, it drops off.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll swim up to this one.
All right. If you want to jump to the next one, it's going to be a DC 14.
Let's
Acrobatics
do
or
it.
athletics.
Baron laughs at Avalon.
Splash right there.
Baron looks over his shoulder and just starts laughing, and just jumps into the water willingly.
Then I can,
Kaino's
I
gonna
can
make a
swim to the
bridge for
next one.
Zelenor. Kaino's gonna make a bridge for Zelenor, like just right here for him to get off and like kind of yes. And then he starts slowly walking back, and he's just gonna make a little like, well, I guess he'll just he'll make a ice ledge right here,
Okay.
and then right
Yeah.
here. My color is really poor to be used on this background.
You're giving Avalon two short little hops.
He's filling up. Oh, this square.
And
This square. This I can't draw with
That's fine.
my.
Avalon, all you need to do is make a DC 5 acrobatics or athletic checks to hop to each of these.
He makes it like really rough, so it's not like it's like slippery ice.
Right.
It's really like it's got a lot of texture to it.
That's what you were doing before, so I assume.
My computer just died, so I'll be able to move back over there shortly.
Okay, so you make it to the first ice platform.
Kaino claps.
Okay.
Thank
Give me
you.
another one, Avalon. You got this. Oh no.
Kaino's gonna get ready. He's gonna make an ice step. Like, you know how like some pools have like steps underwater that so you can climb up?
Yeah.
He's gonna do that with ice.
Okay, give
So
me
he
a
just has to like walk
DC.
up.
Give me a DC 10. Whatever your casting stat is.
I can't roll right now, but
Oh, let me do that. I'll do that for you real quick. That's right. Your computer crashed.
my
died.
charisma is 18 though.
All right. I'm just gonna roll a spell attack for you.
Would you like me to grab you with
Okay.
my thorn whip, Blinks?
So Avalon, you only get your
Good.
you're only wet up to your ankles. You're still soaked from previously, but this time only your ankles got wet, and you're able to step onto the last platform. And this hop here is so small, you're able to just basically make a large step onto it. And then I'm good. Does Kaino go ahead, since now that you're both on the same
Kaino just
platform?
he's not gonna. No, he makes two more platforms, and then it's just like go on. No, I'm just kidding. He just walks back with him.
So you two are able to make it. You can, Avalon. You can move yourself. I'll move.
I wonder if with
Kaino.
shape water, I wonder if I could make him dry.
I'm gonna say no. I like the idea behind it, but I'm gonna say you're not really. The water is in, you know what I mean? It's in something.
Yeah, that's true.
Part of.
So I'm
something
gonna
else.
do it to what I can to the water that's just resting on his skin and isn't like absorbed by his clothing. I'm just gonna at least do what I can. So basically, kind of just like from top to bottom, he just puts his hands together, the top of your head, and then just starts going down, kind of like a window cleaner.
Yeah.
And then, like all of like the open beads of water just disappear, or they start coagulating together as he pulls them off of you, and then he just like kind of throws them all to the side.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you
I
for
like
that.
So
Kind of smiles.
So you guys
Is
are
my
all-
scholars pack waterproof?
Yeah, I assume your packs are like your backpacks and whatnot are
No, your wizard book is destroyed. You need a new one.
yeah, you can't
Yeah.
cast anything.
My loot's fucked.
Yeah, your stuff's fine. You're fine.
Okay.
So once you've all made it to this side, everyone can go ahead and make a perception check. Anyone who's standing in the water that's flowing in.
So what if I'm standing on the side? Nah,
Then no, only if you're in the water. You guys are getting all your low rolls out of the way now.
Just a
Avalon,
number.
you notice that the water is much colder over here than it, like significantly colder than the water over here. There is a key. There's another keyhole, just like you saw before. Kaino, you would also notice that.
It's probably because I made all this ice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a reasonable assumption. So, what do you guys do? There's a keyhole there.
Kind of.
Drops again.
Zelenor has the key. There's a keyhole about where you're standing.
I open it.
When you put the key in, it stops about 3/4 of the way in.
What is happening?
may have to get a different key.
It looks like it should fit. Do you look into the key? Does anyone look into the keyhole?
Well,
Can I cast mending on the keyhole?
Sure. Nothing happens. You can tell that there's nothing wrong with the mechanism.
yeah.
Kind of will look in the keyhole if no one else does. Like, what the heck is going on?
Feel like
So
that-
you notice that about 3/4 of the way back or so, there is ice. There's ice in the keyhole.
Well,
shape water.
it just so happens that I have a spell for this.
Oh my god.
I will use shape water, and I assume that it has to be like. Does it say an area of water? I don't know if there's a such thing as magic water. So
Yeah, it's just water. It's just water. So you're
Yeah,
able to
I'll
remove
melt.
it.
oh, can I melt it though? Instantly move or otherwise change the flow of water in a direction, cause the water to form simple shapes,
You
and
can freeze
animate
it,
at your
so
direction.
I'll
you
say
can
Make
freeze
it
so I
into
don't
a
understand why
key.
you want to be able to.
there's a small enough amount of it where if it was like an actual like 5 foot cube of ice, you wouldn't be able to do anything. But small enough where you're able to use that ability to like shape it and whatnot to remove it. Because
Yeah,
it's
just say
small
simple
enough.
shapes and animate at your direction. I don't know.
Yes.
All right, cool. So
So-
Kaino like starts breaking it up and pulls it out.
So when you get the last little bit of ice out, before anyone has a chance to put the key in,
Okay.
Friendly sounding person.
and that's it. You hear that once.
Like, wow, it's almost like it's a thriller.
I'm guessing a sound just played because I have the master.
Yeah, I
volume.
didn't hear anything either.
Oh,
Here,
my
Yeah, there was a
computer-
laugh.
I'll do it again for if anyone's turned it up.
I just turned.
I'll turn it up.
All right, here we go.
I see.
Oh, that's
Normally
not
I can just hear it
good.
through Venter's mic.
Yeah, I
Do
know.
we? Do we know
I put the
where it
key
came
in.
from, or was it just
It
the
it
all
still sounds.
permeating?
It's the all permeating. You know, you
Okay.
assume. Well, we came from up here, and there was no
Close.
maniacal laughing person. So, but yeah, it just sounds like it's coming from the walls.
I'm definitely checking for tracks before they go through this door.
Sure, go ahead and make a. You can use your thieves toolkit proficiency. I don't know if you have expertise in it.
I do as of level 3.
Awesome.
So how the heck do I do that?
You may have a thieves tools listed on the core sheet, kind of bottom left. Let me see your sheet.
So I have these tools.
I
Need
do
help.
disguise.
You want the help action? I can help. I also
You-
have the same set of tools.
Yeah, you can do that. You can kind of be looking, kind of double checking. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your proficiency. How's expertise work? You get double proficiency.
Yeah,
Double proficiency.
Yeah. So add your roll d20, add dex mod, and double your proficiency until we get it set up.
Dexterity mod 4 plus double my what?
Proficiency.
Plus 4. You
Yeah.
have 2 proficiency right now.
So basically d20 plus 8.
Got it.
You're pretty good with these tools.
You do not. Oh, you have
Whoa.
advantage. You have advantage. Roll it again.
Oh, okay. Wait, how do I do this basic one? Hang on, maybe I can work.
And
I think there's like
If you click
I
up,
Left.
contribute mine as well, or
yeah, that he's gonna roll advantage.
okay.
So he gets to roll
I was
one more
gonna-
time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I gave him advantage. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That
Do I
was
just do it on character sheet, or is that on something else?
Just re-roll the 1d20 plus 8, like you
I
did it
see.
before. Yeah.
Oh, that's much better. There we go.
No, you check the door, around the door. You check the keyhole. You don't notice any traps, so it's free and clear.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, shall we?
I put the key in
Lead the way.
and turn confidently.
Baron.
That makes all the difference. So the door begins to creak up. As soon as it lifts up, you all feel a blast of cold. Not like a dragon or anything.
Unnatural.
It's just
chill.
cold. Yes, it's a cold air. The
Good old
Freezing,
cold
I'm
air.
already wet.
the door rises, locks into place, and you guys see what appears to be about 10 feet forward, and then there's a curving stairwell leading down.
Baron kind of pipes up as the thing's going. It's like, well, prepare for sorcery or shamanism. Last time there was teleporting kobolds, and that doesn't just happen on a whim.
Thank you for the warning. I did not know
Can I
about
warm myself up with firebolt?
No. I mean, you can, but that's also
Like really warm for a really short period of time.
right, like on
Like
fire.
really warm. Like a D10 damage
Too bad
warm.
we don't have like a druid to do create bonfire.
Like if you have plastic on you, it's gonna meld with your skin, kind of warm.
Sorcerers and wizards can create bonfires too.
Don't we have torches in our kits?
Do you actually
Yes,
have it?
some of you do.
Hell no,
some,
I don't have it.
some of you may have dark vision.
You met Kaino.
Can I cast light so that I can?
Kaino has a
Torch is
motherfucking
sword.
torch in his left hand.
Yeah, if you have Avalon, you have the light spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can cast that. It's cantrip, cast at will. So what are you
I
gonna
did
cast
more
it on?
torch for the warmth than
You can cast it
I'm
on my
going to
cool
cast
mechanical canary that is sitting in a. Oh yeah, do you guys know this? I don't know if I explained this. I think there were some people who might not have heard that.
Oh, go for it.
Kaino carries on the edge of his he has like a halberd, and there's like the cross
Right.
blade, and on it hangs a weird iron small bird cage. I imagine it's like probably 8 inches tall, and it's got a weird mechanical canary in it.
You should cast the light
with-
on that. I like that.
I think it also has a broken compass hanging around the canary's neck.
it's Kaino. I'm not surprised.
Ah,
So where are you gonna cast that light?
I'm gonna cast it on the tip of my wand so that I can use it like
Flashlight.
a flashlight.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so you have one light source. Is anyone else?
Kaino has a torch in his left hand.
Okay, and you have a torch. Okay. And then I know some of you have dark vision. Zelenor has dark
Varian
vision.
very cheesily starts digging through his bag quickly and grabs a candle,
Hmm?
lights it, and is like, see, I can't hold a candle to you guys.
You are holding a candle.
That voice you heard earlier goes, "Oh my God, I surrender."
Turns out his
Ideally,
weakness.
No,
Was the word.
just kill me.
So you
It's
guys,
mockery.
you guys now have a light source, and you have a stairwell ahead of you.
All right. Shall we go down? Let's go.
The water's flowing down.
So
Stairs, just like pretty much mirror image of the other side, right?
right, where this, yeah, the water's coming in, but everyone notices this. The water is coming from the stairs that lead down.
It's flowing up.
It's flowing up the stairs and then into this room that you just came out of.
Oh,
Can I do an Arcana check?
You certainly can, my friend.
I'm gonna.
Kaino is just gonna try and use shape water and turn it the other direction.
Nothing,
At least a 5-foot cube.
nothing happens.
He tries again. Nothing happens again.
Correct.
While we're
It's like
sitting here, I'll just look to you as detect magic. I can do a ritual.
He looks down and he's like, this magic is, or he's like, this water's magic.
Yeah, but what? I kind of. Do we want to determine what type? I can do.
Oh,
a
you meant like
ritual
the spell. I thought you were asking me.
I can do the ritual. I'm role playing, so asking if you want me to do the ritual. Detect magic.
If we
I
want to
can
wait
help
here for
with
10
that.
minutes.
Is that for you guys?
let's go.
That's why I'm asking.
Blinks is like nuts to that. Let's just charge in.
No. I'm still being sneaky.
Okay. So do you guys? Are you?
Oh, are
guys-
you actually trying to be sneaky? Because we're all just walking.
I'm
Like-
going ahead. I'm scouting ahead. You guys are just
Like Varen was
Okay.
right about to pull out his loot.
Zelenor's also being sneaky. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Oh, come on.
Blinks forgot that he has some loose coins in his pocket, so you just keep hearing them with every step.
Always that in a roll down the slope.
Yeah. So as you guys,
Zelenor just says, "Walk ahead of Zelenor."
so when you first entered this place at the very beginning from the outside, you guys went down a short flight of stairs that took you down. You'd estimate about 15 feet or so, not very deep. This room that you're or the one that you were just in, the one with the flower, goes went down about another 30 feet. After you guys have gone about 60, 70 feet down, you estimate, uh, you start noticing, Kaino notices this first, but there is now ice. You see ice in little parts of as you go. You can see the light reflecting off the ice. Little patches on the ceiling, on the floor, and it's getting thicker as you go.
I wonder if this is where they found those ice memphits.
Yeah, we still haven't determined how they got that there.
You guys are, as you walk, the ice is cracking under your feet. A thin layer is formed.
Okay, but it's still like there's stone beneath us.
There's still stone beneath you. You know, we're talking like a quarter of an inch thick ice kind of stuff. Like,
Okay.
So we're just on an ice rink.
kind of, but it's not. You're not slipping and sliding. It's just that's what you're walking on at the moment. So you keep going.
There's a joke there.
You reach, yeah. You finally reach a door. I need to turn on one thing and then I'll let you all in.
It's unfortunate the wonderful music isn't happening anymore.
Oh no, Baron rolled really shit on his stealth roll, so he's trying to play his lute kind of quietly. It's not really able to play it that quiet. So there's music playing. I'll do
The music
check
from
to show you how good-
before.
It's good. It's good music. He's playing.
But it doesn't have that discordant melody.
Baron kind of nods, and you hear him start to throw more minors in.
Let me grab everyone.
Excellent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Hold on.
Let me just grab y'all and I'll bring you right over.
For some reason, based on the 4 squares that I can see, I feel like I already know this map.
Right? seems familiar.
So you are all, yeah, there you go, I'll let you move yourselves. And as eerily similar, there is a door and a keyhole.
Kind of looks in the keyhole.
And it
A
appears
needle jabs her
it's-
eye.
it's clear of ice and appears fine.
Motions to Zelenor, like,
This is getting tiresome. I hand the key to someone else.
Kaido takes the key and puts it in it.
And the door begins to open, and you all see. From where
Kaido
you-
offers it back to Zelenor and he says, if it's not too much of a burden.
This is what you can see
I
for the moment.
suppose not. I take it back.
I forgot one thing. Of course, I forgot one fucking thing.
Awfully familiar.
I cast Shatter.
I'm actually thinking. Oh. Because if he did what? That's not
Water.
supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. I was
All
really
right.
confused for a second.
yeah. Sorry. I thought I had done that.
I started to
for
think.
one part.
You just gave me an idea for a cool dungeon, though.
So when you, as you step forward slightly, you can see this in the previous rooms. So before, where it was water, it's now frozen. The ice is actually about a foot above the floor from where you guys are standing. And as the room becomes, as you can see a bit further. Oh, wrong button. Roof feel.
Everything goes black.
And you're all
Blind.
blind.
Oh,
That's it.
sure. Ah, giant ice cubes. Awesome.
So the pillars, there's only so much I can work with. Before the platforms that you were on before, that were in the room above, you see the same basic layout, but this time they are covered in ice. They're just solid ice. In fact, you can't tell if there's stone underneath it or if they're actually made out of ice or what. You see chunks of ice floating around in this water as well. You have a suspicious feeling that getting into this water and with the airflow in here would not necessarily be conducive to one's good health.
Hmm. Kinda, would you be so kind?
Actually, I'm curious though, because it's so cold. Would Kaino's ice be? I know it's magic, but like, you do lower the temperature of it. Would it be more inclined to stay down here?
Kind of like, what's a temperature? I just make it ice. Kind of tries to make a big ice cube.
Well, it's the ethereal elements that help make it.
From the water that's floating around?
Right here, yeah, like you did before.
You can do like you did before. You make a platform. You notice there's a little bit of resistance. Like it normally, where like you could almost cast it quick enough to like jog across before. You kind of have to cast, wait, cast, wait. Takes a second or two longer to form than it did before.
Kind of looks suspicious at the water. As much as one can look suspicious at water.
Um,
It looks bad.
Kind of, if you would
suspiciously.
be so kind.
Varen knows that they don't want to do a fucking ritual, but he's just gonna cast detect magic right now because
You detect
Why
a
not?
shit ton of magic.
what kind?
You detect necromantic magic. You also detect God, there's like 90 schools of magic and not my strong suit.
Yeah,
Which-
no, you're good. Like I just need basics.
yeah, so you definitely detect that it's
I'm
not
not
so
good with
much
the magic, so
there's not so much like it's not like there's a specific item in the room or anything like that that's magic or within, what is it, 30 feet of you. It's just you get a sense that the very air you're breathing right now is permeated.
Does it have like? Is it saturated throughout the area equally, or is there like a more dense area within my 30 feet?
Within your 30 feet, it's pretty evenly distributed.
Oops.
And
teleports.
necromantic magic and elemental, or no?
Yeah,
I really don't know the schools either. I won't lie. But
yeah.
I should, as my character does. But
I should
don't.
I should have DM too, but you know, life's unfair.
It's okay.
Can you relay this to the group that it's necromantic?
You. Oh yeah, that's up to
Necromantic.
him.
Yes. No. I am just getting all my information right now before I say that. Yeah. Yeah. No. I Varen's like takes a step back and is like the air is permeated with necromantic and elemental magic. I've read a lot about this stuff, but I never encountered it before. We should be careful. We should be extra cautious.
I'm gonna waste an arrow. I'm just gonna shoot one all the way across the room to see what happens.
Sure. Where are you aiming for? Anywhere in particular? Or you just kind of lobbing it across?
I'm gonna try aiming for the other door.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's another door over there.
Yeah. Realistically, you guys, for all intent, it's dim in here, so it's hard to see all the way across. But you can make out well enough that there's what appears to be a dark shape over on this end.
Well, if I would be
Can I
aiming
cast light
for
on that middle water area?
What's the range on light?
105. Oh, light. I don't know.
You can shoot your arrow there, Blinks.
You could cast arrow or light on the
Cast
arrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cast
Arrow on the
arrow.
right.
I was wondering when
That works,
someone
though.
was gonna catch on to that. They're like, light, arrow. No, they don't work together.
Okay.
Alright, so yes. Would you like light on your arrow?
Yes, please. Jesus. Thank
Let there
you.
be light.
So the tip of your arrow is now lit up like a torch.
Okay. Do I just attack with the short bow?
Yeah, just don't roll a 1.
Thanks. I'm so good at that. Yeah, this would close. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
so the arrow goes sailing across. As it goes through, you see the light reflects off more chunks of ice floating around in the water, like little bobbing around, and it lands on the other side. And you now have a torch sitting on the equivalent of a torch. Let's get you
Sitting on the other side.
Yeah.
Kaino is going to turn to Avalon and... Goddamn. I don't have anything that I'm willing to throw in there.
Anything you're willing to throw in there?
He pulls out a vial, a glass vial, and he says,
Well,
No.
actually, Varen sees that you're looking for something and hands you the candle.
no, that's not going to work. He hands it back to him. And then he is like, can you cast light on this?
You want a vegetable?
I also don't want a vegetable. If any of you have a copper piece,
He hands you a copper piece.
thank you. Can you cast light on this, please?
We'll lose the light on the far end. I can only
That's
concentrate on
okay.
one at a time.
I write down.
You're good with that?
Owes 1 copper piece.
I'm
So
more
once he
interested
casts
in-
light on it, assuming he does, he's going to throw it as close as he can to the middle of this room, and just kind of as it goes down, see how far deep he can see it, and then see if there's any. Mostly, he wants to see if there's any shadows that it reveals between it and them.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So he's just gonna throw it as far as he can.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a D. Make an attack roll.
Okay, I'll just roll strength.
Yeah, whatever your strength. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm proficient in copper piece throwing.
It doesn't.
That's a pretty
Lucky.
shitty throw.
Yeah, it goes to about like here, and just kind of plunk. And it
How far down does it?
you can see the
Alright.
you can see clearly. It illuminates the squares around it to about 5 or 10 feet down, you estimate, and then it just turns into you can see a little pinprick that fades.
Okay. Can I get light on another arrow, please? I'll get one in there.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
This is so great.
Kaino's like, I'm satisfied. I don't.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna plunk one right in the middle.
So
Or so. And
go ahead and make another attack with your short bow. Okay, cool. So the arrow goes, and you kind of arc it up, and when it comes down, it goes point down, and it lands right in this square, and it sticks into the water.
It's the water, not the.
It's
not
pointing. So the arrowhead is pointing as if it's sticking into the water, and the shaft is pointing up into the air.
Selenor tries to step out on the water, but like leave 1 foot on to see if there's any pressure.
Your foot gets
Like
wet.
any.
Varen's might have read something about it. He's a lore bard. Can I do a Arcana history something check of living water?
Yeah, you can make a, I guess, Arcana check for that.
Oh,
You think it's a fire elemental?
It's obviously a fire elemental,
Oh yeah, obviously.
or an elemental of some sort.
Kaino shrugs and freezes a square of water in front of him and walks into it.
It freezes
And-
and it.
He's gonna move towards this ice block,
Okay.
and assuming that he can walk to it and stand on it, then he's gonna stand here for a second and kind of like see if it like is. Does it seem like it's floating or is it connected to the ground? Salad, did you come along?
It seems quite solid, but these are you can tell that just by looking, you can see it that the tops of them are very smooth.
Yeah.
So you can stand up there, you can stand on them, but you know, sudden movements, that sort of thing, are gonna well, you're gonna have to make saves to, you know,
Yeah.
keep your feet.
Kind of like, I don't think that you're going to be able to jump from one to the next. These are pretty slippery. And he will. He's eyeing that water with the arrow sticking into it. Does it look like it's ice, or does it look like it's just like?
Make a investigation, since you're actually actively doing it, with disadvantage, because it's a bit. Oh well, it has light on it, so
It
go
has
ahead and
light on
just
it.
do straight investigation. Okay, yeah, you look at it and it's sunk down a little bit, and you're like, it looks like it could be wood or, you know, you're thinking wood or something along those lines from how far down it went, and it's just kind of sitting there. It's not bobbing, it's not moving. You notice it's not getting wet, like it doesn't look wet at all.
He is going to try and. He's just gonna try and, because shape water has a 30 feet range. I'm gonna try and see if I can't like just right here, try and affect the water in any way. Just
It's not water.
it's not water. He's like, that's not water. In case if you needed to know that it is one.
Baron's like, I know it's not water. It's a fire elemental.
Fire elemental. Yeah. And,
Go ahead and kind of make a wisdom saving throw with advantage. All right, so you know it's not water. And you can see. Ta-da. The rest of you can't see this, so RP. The illusion. Oh, sorry, Varen, that was the magic I couldn't think of. Illusion, sorry.
kind of a big one.
Yeah, kind of a big one.
It is the most useful thing to find out from detect magic. Like that's
right.
Come on, man.
Nah, I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. I never really thought about that. Yeah, finding out that there's illusion around kind of
In fact,
will
Varen,
pique your curiosity.
I'm gonna give Varen an inspiration for that. I feel bad for the guy.
Well, in all fairness, wait, here, I got you, buddy. Oh, you hate to see that happen, sports fans.
Oh,
it was more than 30 feet away.
You did not detect it. You do not get it. You do not get inspiration because I did not.
We still all have an inspiration that none of us have used. So.
Yes, and one of you has two of them.
I had two, but I used one.
Okay, so Kaino, you know that there's a wood platform just chilling here.
All right, Kaino's just gonna start walking towards it with his ice. Zelenor is like probably relieved to be on his ice because like Kaino's ice is easier to walk on.
Yeah. So Zelenor, I assume you follow Kaino?
Are you following?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow them both to this first ice block, whatever.
Well, I only leave
he
5 feet behind me.
Yeah, only one person can follow at a time for Kaino. So
very well.
Because I can only affect 2 squares of ice.
Okay. I'm going to try jumping to the ice block then.
Kaino's like shaking his head if he sees you attempting. I don't know if he would.
He's not looking.
Kind of narcissistic. Yeah, he kind of doesn't look back too much. He's like, it's pretty fine over here, guys. And then he he holds out his hand.
Zelenor, you automatically realize the illusion breaks for you as soon as you step foot on it. The rest of you, you've told them it's a wood platform. You all get to make wisdom saving throws with advantage. Otherwise, you just see them stand on water.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we're seeing them stand on water. A little.
I can create paths. I can cast it 30 feet away, so I can create like bridges for people.
Avalon and Varen, you both delusion breaks.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense than walking on water.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I not fire elemental. I meant illusion. I get those mixed up all the time. I'm sorry.
Kaino's like, technically, I have been walking on water this whole time, though.
Yes, you have. You have.
Frozen
Okay.
water.
No, you've been doing it on ice. There's a difference.
Kaino looks at you with a confused look.
So
You didn't know what temperature was.
Kaino, you're
But I know what ice is.
you're ferrying 2 of them across from where you are now. Is that the?
Yeah, I'll just make a. I mean, it's a 10-foot ice bridge. I'm sure that like you really could fit more people. You're just taking like it's
Right.
like difficult terrain or whatever and all that
Right.
nonsense.
Yeah. So
So I'll ferry them all over here. And he's like, by the way, guys, I don't know that this is any safer than over there. And as he's making the bridge for them to come over here,
I'll be the last
Okay,
feet bridge.
brilliant.
I want all 10
We
feet.
all
to help
make
me.
the middle bridge.
he doesn't look worried when he tells you that. He's still like smiling. He just
So we've all kind of
letting you
followed.
know. Like full disclosure,
Yeah.
I haven't investigated this strange floating wooden platform yet.
it also seems solid under your feet. It doesn't. You don't. You know. It's more solid.
It's not
under-
like a boat, like floating.
No, it's like a dock, more like. You know, it seems solid. But you don't see any supports for it or anything like that. Excellent. So you've all made it over. You get over there, and what do you guys do?
Well,
Can I roll an Arcana
detect
check?
magic is still up.
Okay,
I
so
just-
let's see. Varen has. I'll just assume you walk around the platform.
Yes, I do.
So you get, as you've been passing all of these platforms, actually, no, yeah, this is just ice. You detect a little bit of magic, but we're talking like on the level of a cantrip, like prestidigitation, or maybe something along the lines of what Kaino's using, to get because all of these platforms are uniform in shape. But other than that, you haven't really detected anything. Before you guys do anything else, the laughing voice from before comes back, but this time it speaks to you, and he says, "Excellent. You're so brave. Yes, you think I'll come and just invade someone else's home. Well, I don't appreciate unwanted guests." And the door from over here slams shut. It just drops like a security door. And we are on initiative.
Kind of like, wouldn't it be easier to just lock the doors that lead us in than to lock us in?
He doesn't
Or
respond.
not leave your key in a sarcophagus?
Like, we left the key under the rug, like you asked.
You feel like,
Yeah,
you
we
feel
could
like
put it back.
you feel like he's sulking off in a corner somewhere. Like, don't tell me how I live in my home, guys.
Avalon.
All right, so now, Avalon,
Oh.
go ahead and make sure your character's clicked and re-roll, and then we'll just put the right
Yeah.
one in. So you
I think that's
actually
the
have
best initiative I've rolled.
everyone else good.
Ooh,
right.
oh.
Nice, Zelenor. Zelenor he's just like, I'm just chilling.
Eleanor is
so
unconcerned.
the 3 of you who were here before are familiar with how this place has functioned before. So you're not surprised, although different than last time where something just appeared. In this case, there's some crackling energy, black lightning bolts, regular lightning bolts, small ones over in this corner up here, top left.
Okay.
And a
Hey,
friend.
Varen, it's your favorite. Ice Memphis.
Oh,
It's a friend.
It's a friend.
You guys-
It's your friend.
Oh, you guys can't see the bars can you?
I
The
see a
health bar?
dog.
You see the health bar?
No.
Okay.
I
Nope.
do not see a health bar.
Alright, let's fix that for you, because you're going to want that.
Is that a big old winter wolf up there?
Can the laughing voice hear us?
You are not
Do you ask
sure.
it?
Yeah, do you
We haven't
excuse
really
me.
tested that.
Well, I said.
Hello,
so-
sir. We're here to sell Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, Varen's been playing nice music for you. At worst, we're carolers. We're solicitors.
Jehovah's Witness. Excuse
I
me.
feel like it-
No.
I feel like at best we're listeners.
Okay, 1 second, because I got one other thing here.
I feel like at worst we're home invaders who come and steal people's plants.
Plant. Yep.
And kill their pet crocodile.
And apparently wolves.
Listen, it was coming right at us.
Hey man, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that when I broke into your house, your pet crocodile attacked me. Whose fault is that?
You left the key out for anybody to grab.
In your sarcophagus.
Entering when you have
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Sarcophagi are like community chests in the town that I'm from.
I like the play on words there. I
I'm
like it.
from a. Thank you.
So, Blinks, you are up first. You see this giant wolf. Its fur caked in ice. It's salivating, but as it salivates and it drips away, it turns into sharp shards of ice. And you all notice that underneath its feet, wherever its paws are, it's held up by small patches of ice that instantly disappear every time he lifts his paw away. You're up, Blinks.
Oh, you're such a pretty puppy. How are you?
It just
You want a
stares
treat?
at you
Want a treat?
with red eyes.
You're not friendly, are you? Damn it. Okay. So I'm going to assume I know for a fact it is unfriendly. And I'm going to shoot something at it.
Awesome.
Because I can. Short bow.
Let's see, open his character sheet. You just miss, my friend.
Oh.
It sails right by its face. It doesn't flinch when that happens. It just continues to stare at you. And anything else for Blinks?
Yeah, I would like to check. I don't know if I can do that. I want to see if it's an illusion too.
What do you want to check?
I want to see if it's an illusion as well, but I don't know if I have the ability to do that.
Do you have? I don't. As a level 3 rogue, I don't think, and you went assassin. I do not believe you have the ability to do so.
No, I'm just gonna take a general look around, make sure there's nothing else appearing.
Okay, so Avalon, your turn.
I'm going to try.
Negotiate.
Yeah, persuasion. I think we'll try. I'm gonna try a persuasion check on the voice.
On the voice.
on the voice that's been chuckling and.
I think you should probably
You have to roleplay that a little bit, right?
explain
Yeah.
how you're trying to persuade
I
I
the
just want to do
disembodied
this with the
voice.
dice roll.
This I have to hear.
I blink at the voice seductively.
Oh,
Go to
I'm
seduce.
assuming you can hear us, since you know we're invading your home. I want to sincerely apologize, but I just have to let you know that I am a student of necromancy.
Varen kind of shoots him a
And-
look, and like it kind of dawns on him. It was kind of obvious, but he wasn't quite sure.
And I was raised by necromancers. They taught me the ways. And I just want you to know that we're just here to say hello. We're not here to steal anything, except maybe a conversation. Yeah, we mean no harm.
The wolf says, "Anyone who comes
Wolf,
in."
wolf.
The wolf speaks to you and says, "Anyone who comes into my master's home dies." It
Hmm.
speaks in common to you.
Well, you're in your master's home, right?
And it
Its
looks
head explodes. Boom.
right. It can't
Nice.
handle. No, it looks at you and it just howls at you.
Kind
All
of
right.
looks at you. He's like, "Did you just try and beat it with a paradox?"
All right,
That's a
he's
good sign.
getting a firebolt then.
Go for it. Nope.
Oh,
That goes wide. It hits. In fact, it almost hits Zelenor, and it hits this platform, and it singes. It burns away a little bit of the ice. Anything else from Avalon?
um, can I use Zelenor as cover
No.
if I walk? Oh, okay. Well, I'll walk there anyway.
All
I'll
right.
chill.
Varen.
Varen. This is a large piece of it. That's not out of proportion, right?
That is
Uh,
correct.
Okay. Basically Sif. Minus the greatsword.
You should jump in the water and go get him.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I think that's a great idea. Varen's gonna kind of pull back into like just back over here a little bit, and he's going to save a reaction. And if you need me to tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to save a cutting words.
Okay, so you're holding your action.
You don't have to hold your action to use a reaction.
Yeah, your reaction.
You
just
can
use-
you can prepare an action to be used with your reaction, but if something's a reaction, you don't have to like prepare it. You just
Right.
can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was just making sure.
Mhm. It's like a free action. Well, it's not a free action, but
You
like
get one.
It's a
but
reaction.
yeah.
and it's like an instant if you play Magic or something like that. Like an
Okay,
instant,
fair
like, you
enough.
can do it
Fair enough.
Yeah.
on someone
Like-
else's turn.
Okay, gotcha.
You
Okay,
you can
cool.
you have to declare if you want to like hold your action. Like if you want to say, oh, if I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold my action to it comes in range. to hit.
He'll see, and I'm gonna do that in my next turn. So
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna viciously mock.
How dare you? All right. You're in range. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna
Big.
scream some, well, not scream, but
All right.
mutter
so
some
let's see.
Elvish curse at him. Zing fuck.
He takes 3 damage.
and I think his next attack has disadvantage.
I believe.
I can double
you're
check.
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe that is what Vicious
Vicious
Mockery
Mockery.
does.
That's the point. Yeah. All right. Well, you did a whopping 3 damage. So as you can see, his health
Okay.
bar went way down.
Yeah. Hey, more down than it. First hit, man. I'm just saying.
First blood. Okay. Anything else from Varen? And he has and my guy has disadvantage on his next attack.
I don't got anything else.
Okay.
You will do a dodge. Can I do a dodge? No, I can't.
No, but your attack.
That's your action.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. My bad.
All right. So
Rogue.
Kaino.
So this right here is the edge of the
Yeah.
wooden thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Kaino is going to use his bonus action and cast Shield of Faith,
Okay.
and so a glowing lightning shield. Or, I'm going to say like a glowing shield of writhing, like just air and like a tempest and a little bit of lightning swirling around appears like a few inches off his left arm.
Cool.
And then I'm going to prepare to use my booming blade when it reaches 10 feet of me.
Awesome. All right. So Zelenor.
Zelenor is. He's gonna move over here towards Kaino. Is this part also wood or not?
That is water.
Oh, okay. Then I would go up here, and I'll use Eldritch Blast on him. I'll hex him first, and
Okay.
then I'll use Eldritch Blast.
What are you hexing on him?
I'm gonna hex his strength? I don't know. Strength.
Okay. Strength will be hexed. Sure, we'll just mark it with something. Okay.
And
All right,
then-
you miss. Your shot misses, but he is hexed.
And move over here. And turn.
All right. So
What ability score did you hex?
his strength.
Strength.
Okay.
So the wolf casually, not so much casually as determinedly, and just he's staring at Kaino at the moment, but he keeps glancing at Avalon.
I wink at him.
And then
So when he gets right
Kaino-
there, I
yeah,
attack.
so you get your attack. So
I don't know why he's got a +1 on it. I don't actually have bless right now. I forgot to uncheck it.
You don't have advantage, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So 14.
You do hit.
I just started doing it where it always rolls because I'm lazy as hell.
Gotcha.
So he takes 13,
13.
and then does it keep moving, or does it have reach?
It does not have reach. It will move 5 more feet.
He sure doesn't want to just stay there.
I'm positive.
Takes an extra, 8 damage.
All right.
Well, pretty sure Kaino pissed it off.
Yeah, it was actually looking. It was looking at you more side eye, kind of, and was starting to focus on Avalon. But you grabbed his attention. So he is going to. He's going to eat your face.
hmm With disadvantage.
Oh, you're right. Let me roll that again.
Disadvantage.
9.
And
No.
All right. That is his. That is his turn. We get to my marker, and then, guys, I didn't want to make it too simple.
well, he was scathed.
Oh.
Like he had my
Oh,
voice rattling in his brain, and it kind of just threw him off his game.
I just mean that it wouldn't have even hit my armor.
Oh, the 9.
But I think it would have, because I actually have.
Oh, yeah.
I have -1 dex. Oh no, I have 0. We're okay.
All right. So now these guys. Why?
Does a passive perception of 13 notice?
13. No. Does anyone have 15 passive perception?
Probably not. What did you? No, I have 14.
Mm-mm.
No, I got 13.
Okay, we're gonna resort. Get rid of that one. All right. So
Oh.
we are back at the top of the table. Blinks, go ahead and make a perception check. You get this for free.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You notice that there are 4 kobolds with weapons, and yeah, they got slings.
Do I notice where they are?
Oh yeah, you see them. They're all right there.
Oh, they're over there. Have my screen rolled the other way.
Character.
Okay, great. Well, it might take. I don't know anything about kobolds, but I'm going to assume it's going to take them seconds. All right. Well, I'm going to go over next to. Is there right here? Is there ice or anything to stand
No,
on?
that's just water. So right now you have the wooden platform that you can see,
Okay.
and everything else is as it seems.
Okay. I would love to jump off of Kaino's shoulders, take a stab at the wolf, and jump back.
You mean
Avalon?
No, not Avalon. The one closest to the wolf.
Oh,
Technically, you can attack from somebody else's square. You're just gonna have disadvantage when you do
Yeah.
attack, and then when you leave that square, you're a rogue.
I am a rogue. That's why I can do
So you will disengage as your bonus action.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to tell you how to play your character.
Right.
Don't get
So,
killed though.
you can
I was
totally
thinking
do
about
that. And we can say that what you're doing is, since you're springing off his shoulders, so are you going like, because I like it. So the idea is you bounce off his shoulders, springboard onto the wolf, springboard off the wolf, and get away.
Yes. And he whispers as he goes, Kano, get down.
I'll say yes,
Give me a
but you
push.
do have to make. There is going to be a DC, a dex, acrobatics check to that.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
All right, I'll tell you in advance, so you know you have to make a DC 16 acrobatics or athletics check.
And I give him
Okay. This may not be
I
my best
believe it.
time ever, but we're still going to try
It's no, that's a bonus action.
bonus
You can-
action. Yeah.
it.
So go for it. Make
What do I
first.
do first?
I can save your ass if you fuck up really bad.
So acrobatics or athletics for blinks.
Okay. Acrobatics. Yay!
All right, awesome. So now you get to make your attack roll.
Sweet. And that would be with my short sword.
Correct.
Dang it.
You miss, but you are able to spring back and disengage. You're only able to fall back as far as here.
Fair enough.
And that uses everything that Blinks has. So,
Left.
Avalon, your turn.
He pointed out the kobolds, right?
He
No,
did
he
not.
didn't.
He did not mention anything. So you get to make a perception check.
Alright. Freely or?
Yeah. Doesn't count towards anything. Oh yeah, you notice them. You also notice that their slings seem to be emitting a little tiny bit of light. Not like your light cantrip, but just, like a dim light bulb, frosted light bulb.
Alright. I'm gonna point this out to the rest of the group. There's a bunch of kobolds back where we came from, and their slings don't look right. Something's up.
Pay them no mind. We have bigger quarries to worry about.
That's completely wrong.
And I'm gonna roll animal handling check. Can I? On the Winterwolf in place of persuasion?
How would you be now? Just so you know, the Winterwolves are sentient. Like, it spoke to you.
Oh, so he wasn't speaking through
No, the wolf itself spoke to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, I'm gonna try to persuade it again.
The guy or the
Well, since the guy didn't respond, I'm gonna
Okay. You're gonna try to persuade the wolf.
yeah.
We've already damaged.
Okay. Go ahead and it'd be at disadvantage because he's been hit several times by party members.
Mm-hmm. So should I talk it out again, or?
Yes, definitely.
All right. Look, none of my friends want to continue on this violent path. We're just passing through. If you could, if not show us hospitality, maybe show us a little less hostility. As I said, I'm a student of necromantic magic. I can feel it in the air.
Make your
I'm sure we can sit down.
Make your check.
Huh?
Make your check.
All right. I'm sure that we can sit down and have a nice chat about it.
You can go all Picard and have a cup of Earl Grey.
Whoops.
So you hear that laughter again, and he just says, "Bring me the wizard. Kill the rest."
Kaino looks back and smiles, and he says, "Hey, that kind of actually worked, huh?" And then turns back to the wolf like he's gonna continue fighting it.
So, that uses. I'll say that uses. You had a little conversation there. It's gonna use your bonus action, but you still have your action.
All right.
Okay. Hold on.
Can I use my action to like go and climb up onto the wolf, like mount to the wolf, and then have him take me away?
It's kind of over water.
I mean, you could try to jump onto him from the platform. There's gonna be a dexterity or an acrobatics check to make it onto him, and there will be checks, more than one, as time goes on to stay on him.
And there's also gonna be a lot of weird looks from your
Right.
party.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I will not speak to how anyone in the party reacts or deals with that. I'm just talking from a mechanical standpoint. You
what-
can try, but it would be extremely difficult. He is a large creature, so he's
Not my fault.
like
I feel like Kaino's fighting this thing. Like, I feel like you're not taking this very seriously.
he's larger than he's bigger than a horse. Like, it's fucking huge.
Oh,
He's 10
yeah.
feet tall.
Yeah, he's
Full of
approaching.
muscle.
Yeah, it's a big a wolf. It's
Have you ever played Dark Souls?
Sif.
yeah. You've done a lot.
Okay.
You've done a fair amount of damage to it, and you realize it's still in this fight quite well.
For inspiration, can I use that after you tell
Yes.
me whether I succeed or fail?
Yeah.
All right.
But
Yeah, I'm gonna
before
try it.
Everything goes through.
So first
try
you're
to-
gonna. So you needed acrobatics or athletics to just jump up on him.
No disadvantage?
Let's see. Where were you? You were standing here
Mm-hmm.
No, he was standing in the center.
in the center. So you could do it from here. What's your? Yeah, you don't have a very good strength. That's gonna be disadvantage because of the it's a long
The
jump.
angle.
You're either doing it from an angle or you're doing it through Kaino, which either way is gonna give you disadvantage.
All right. Ooh.
You needed a 16.
I needed a 16.
You did.
No.
You can use your inspiration, and you can re-roll, and that's your new roll. It would just be it wouldn't. I don't know how it works in this case. You just get a straight roll, just not just a normal roll.
Straight acrobatics roll.
It replaces one of your rolls.
Yeah. You
There
make
you go.
it.
Hooray!
So you are on the wolf, and that's all you can do at this point. Is you are on the wolf, and that ends your turn. So we get to the kobold here, and it's chittering away to its companions, and it hurls a stone at Blinks.
Great.
Pew! Does a nat 20 hit you?
I'm gonna use my.
Crap.
I feel like I want to use an advantage to make that not a crit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Re-roll that. I'll consume my. Because I don't know what the hell magic is in that shit. And we're gonna
Alright.
find out on not a crit.
Alright, so it flings the stone at you and it misses. It just kind of hops up and down, irritated, because it really thought it was gonna nail you. It felt like it. But Alright, so now the next one is going to take. It's also going to take a shot at Blinks.
Brilliant.
Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
I'm gonna use cutting words.
Okay.
Rolled a bardic inspiration die.
You're not allowed to hurt us, John.
I understand. I can respect that.
You can't hurt us anymore.
I don't know. how
So
to do that, but
you're
yeah,
you're a D6 now, right?
I think so. Just 3.
So just roll a d6 and take
Yeah.
it away from the roll.
Yeah, just roll a d6 and we just. So does a 17
Okay,
hit
17 hit you?
17 does.
you? For 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
When that rock hits you, it's not all that big. You're like, look, I expected that to sting a bit, but what the fuck? So, that
Magic pebbles.
that hurt more than it should have, by what you estimate. That is that one's turn. I think you gave yourself XP or HP. The third one is going to fling a stone at Varen. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Varen.
I'll just kind of sidestep it. And then, seeing that Avalon's kind of reasoned with the dude a little bit, I
Does
guess
it look like what? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your turn. What is the wolf's reaction to having
I
Avalon
was
jump
kind of
on
curious
it?
about that too.
So,
Yeah.
so like I told you it has red eyes. They've gone to pinpoints, and you can see every muscle in this thing's body just quivering. So, yeah.
I think you have it on the ropes, Avalon. It's scared.
You have a backup character, right, Avalon?
Yeah, for when I thunderwave him.
So Varen, what save everyone.
Save everyone. Okay. I am going to kind of puff out my chest and be like, why are you in this dungeon if you're so powerful? I understand that this island is a taint on your soul, and I know that a couple of us, at least, want to either get off this island or change the rules a bit. What say you to working with us? We can help you.
You gonna roll?
I can.
You can do persuasion from the sounds of it. Unless you're
Persuasion?
unless you're lying, then it's deception.
No, persuasion.
There is
That's expertise.
okay.
So it should have another
2.
2.
3. I have 3 charisma.
You get your
Proficiency bonus.
you get your proficiency again. Wait, that already has your expertise. Wait,
Is it?
it should be
Yeah.
plus 8. Or wait, no, because you said you have how much charisma?
I have
You have 16?
17.
Yeah, so it should. You're right. That 17 is accurate.
Yeah, that's
Or 16 is accurate. I'm sorry.
16. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, plus 7 is accurate.
You get 3 from your charisma, 2 from proficiency, and then with your expertise you get another 2.
Another 2, yeah. Proficiency or expertise, really, you'll start noticing it once you get the higher proficiencies, because it really it comes up exponentially when you get
Yeah.
that plus 1 proficiency.
Yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed by it right now.
It'll make a big deal.
It won't be later, trust me. Yeah.
It's a
It's
tough one.
awesome. I have an expertise character. It's great.
So there's no response in any way, and you realize you're not getting one. That uses your bonus action, so you have your action.
Okay. I will aim at one of these kobolds with. Well, actually, no. You're getting on the wolf kind of complicated things, man.
Fight the wolf.
Ah.
Ignore those beasts in the back.
Let me see. I apologize. I was expecting that to have a little bit more of an effect, but let's do Bane, level 1. And wolf
Okay.
and 2 kobolds that are closest to us.
You cannot.
I
reach.
don't think the kobolds are in range.
Nope, but you can hit the
Oh,
wolf.
you're right.
All right. So what do I have to do?
Can I hit the wolf 3 times?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Yeah.
What would his DC be? 13.
15.
And
That's a good target though. His charisma sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, actually. He has a -1.
Um,
So your spell washes over the wolf, and he's so enraged that the bane doesn't affect him as he prepares to eat Avalon. Anything else for Varen? I think that used up all you got.
yeah, I can't use a cutting words to bring that down, can I?
No.
Then yes.
So we're on to a kobold. This one is going to fire a stone at Zelenor. 22 for 3 damage.
Fool.
And then we go on to Kaino.
Kaino is going to he tilts his head down and then he starts rising a few inches off the ground as he does when he casts spells, and he's going to be like, Avalon, I give you my luck. And a few other people. And he's going to cast Bless on Avalon. Oh, no, wait. I already have concentration. Sorry, buddy. I'm just going to attack him.
That was really just to boost his morale.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Yeah. He's like, I give you my luck, Avalon, then doesn't do anything to him.
While Avalon is on the wolf,
Thoughts and prayers, Avalon.
Nat ones
Yeah.
have a decent chance of hitting Avalon.
Kaino is actually going to turn around and throw a little bead right here.
Aw, damn.
Throw it like 60 feet.
Aw, damn.
And I'm going to throw a bead of force at that guy.
Whoomp. So you throw a...
It's 5d4 damage, I think.
Yeah, bead. Let me pull it up.
I think it's 5d4 damage in a 10-foot radius, and then any of them, I think it's a strength saving
It's a
throw.
dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
So
I'll
go
roll that
ahead
down.
and...
Nope, that's not how you roll.
Let's see, because you might be... Okay, 14. Let's see. Does it matter if...
That was a polarizing roll. Was that really 4-1-4-1? That's fine.
So... These things just... These kobolds just blow apart. Limbs fly everywhere. In fact, they explode with such force that Varen, being closest, actually gets a little bit of kobold blood on his shoes.
I will ask what about, like, couldn't it, like, all get contained in the force? Because doesn't it make, like, a translucent field of force
Okay,
that
you're
anything
right.
caught immediately in it? So
there's-
it just, like,
it's
it
covered.
explodes, but then it, like,
Yeah.
it's like there's a window around it that it all just gets, like, stuck to.
It's like a microwave kind of thing where it's
Oh,
like,
God. Oh, God. It's like a torrent of blood and...
but the whole
Gore.
thing's completely transparent. So
Yeah.
and it just there's just now a
Yeah.
gore-coated sphere just chilling in this space right here.
Kaino throws it, and he's like, he kind of like throws it like this is just something that has to be done, like just to make it quicker. And then all of a sudden, as soon as it happens, he's like, oh.
I'm just imagining that scene from Watchmen where Dr. Manhattan blows up the dudes and they like end up on the ceiling. Their skeletons are all stuck and shit.
Yes. And then Kaino is like, oh. And then he just kind of like looks grossed out at it, and then looks back towards the wolf, and I don't know what's going on. Nice.
Oh Jesus.
Oh God.
So
Gore blob.
what does Kaino
Okay,
do? Is there
what
anything
is
else
that?
Kaino does? Or that's the leftover kobold.
Those are 4 kobolds.
That's 4 kobolds
Mixed
when they
and mashed
explode. Yeah. And
Um,
it's in a sphere.
uh,
Floating sphere. Or just chilling. Anything else for Kaino?
I think that's a pretty solid turn.
Yeah, I'd say so. Zelenor, you're up, my friend.
I told you to ignore them. Look, they've destroyed themselves in fear of me. And then I
Kaino
go
smiles
over
and nods at him.
I go over here and I'm gonna say, "Are you ready for a wild ride, donkey?"
Yeah, that hits.
And I thorn whip him
He
for
takes-
1 plus 5. Oh, 6. And then he's yanked over 10 feet closer to me.
10 feet. Do I take
I'm sure that won't
5?
affect Avalon at all.
That hex, was it supposed to be rolled twice?
It's just once. It's
Okay.
just once. I just rolled it twice accidentally. I double click.
I was just gonna whoop, whoop, whoop. Avalon, give me a dexterity saving throw DC 16.
Either way,
Oh,
otherwise
boy.
you stay on
Or
that.
acrobatics. No, actually no. This is a dex save. Yeah, dex save. DC 16. It's tough to stay on this thing, man. Uh oh. So
Damn.
Avalon, roll a D4. 1 or 2 you go left. 3, 4 you go right.
There's also the ice block there. Could he like roll off onto that?
No.
No, that's not one of the options.
Splash. Splish, splash.
Oh,
The good news is you're not wearing armor, so you don't have to worry about sinking. We'll get to cold later.
I'll pull you in next round.
So is that it for Zelenor?
Yes.
All right. So the wolf, it turns to look at Avalon, and is going to. Yeah. It's going to. Oh, it's hexed with strength, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I have disadvantage on anything involving strength. What an
Any
asshole.
checks?
Any
Yeah.
checks. I am going to. It's going to try to. It's just going to bite Avalon. I'm fucking pissed. Trying to ride him. You can't do that. 21? I'm going to assume
Not a hit.
that hits the wizard. You take 10 piercing damage.
Oh dear.
I would try, but I'm not even going to be able to help you. I don't think.
Yeah,
You
You're
could
cutting words the damage.
a wizard. Oh yeah, you could do
Good.
that.
Oh, I can do
You
damage?
can't do
Yes,
that,
you
too.
can.
Oh, I did know
Um,
about the damage.
Yeah, you're a lore bard. Yeah, lore bards can cutting words damage.
Yep, you can totally do that.
First time I'm running a bard. I apologize.
It's all
Like,
good.
It's alright. It's actually
Yeah.
better. That's a really useful thing to keep in mind when AoE damage comes down, because it's like, 5 damage across 10 people is 50 damage.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah, it's
Uh,
very useful. I'm
I'm
we're all
going to let you
learning.
take that 10, and next time I'll actually save you.
I like
You're
it.
about to die.
Okay, so now okay, you're already prone. Okay.
Well, he's in the water, technically. How can you be prone in the water?
I guess
It might
yeah.
help him to get grabbed by this thing's mouth.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm gonna say that it gets.
Hold on.
We're gonna do a grapple check. It's a disadvantage. So it's just is that strength save versus strength save or strength check?
It'd be check for
I think it's
grapples
an
are contested
acrobatics or
checks.
athletics.
Baron
Yeah.
doesn't help him because he actually thinks the wolf is actually getting him out of the water and helping him.
Yeah, the guy,
wizard
the voice
that
said.
to bring him
Yeah.
back, so
Yeah.
obviously getting him out of the water, he's going to
I
bring
was like,
this
he'll be
guy back
fine.
alive. He'll be fine.
So that's he does it at disadvantage because of the hex. 14. All right, so I'll take your contested strength or dexterity.
I'll do dexterity saving or acrobatics.
Dexterity check. Right?
I think it's
Acro-
yeah.
no,
For grapples, it's athletics or dexterity. It's acrobatics or
or
athletics.
Yeah, I don't do
Because you can
grapple.
avoid a grapple any way you want, but you have to grapple with strength.
All right, he does not manage to clamp down with his jaws to hold on to you, but he's still happy with that. And yeah. And he is going to. So this is interesting. His back paws are in the water, and they're resting on top of ice, and his front paws are on the board, on the wood, and no ice. That is his turn. Blinks.
Lynx lets out a shout of rage that you're trying to take down Avalon. Already down, man.
Oh,
So
Avalon,
I'm-
did you want to take an attack of opportunity, by the way, when he left your...
He was prone in the
Can
water.
I do that with Can I do that with a cantrip?
No, unless you have
You have to have Warcaster.
You can hit him with if you have an equipped weapon or your hand. It'd be at disadvantage because you're prone.
I mean, I
The
got
staff
my
is a
sword.
D8 if you use it in both hands.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm holding my wand in my other hand though.
you could hit staff one-handed. It's a D6.
Got
All right.
one.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So you nothing. Like you can't even. It tangles
Just
with your
whiff.
robes, and you never even get to swing it. Um,
no.
so Blinks, go for it.
My God. Okay. Well, I'm just going to attack blindly with my sneak.
With your short sword.
Go for it, man. I don't appreciate this.
Definitely, you definitely hit. That's a solid hit. So you sink the blade in to his front leg for 8, and
Yeah, sneak
again,
attack.
sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Nice. So 13 damage.
Take that.
Uh,
Dare you.
it snarls at you. Do anything else?
He remembers the poison that he probably should have thought about earlier in the fight and then decides. We're dead.
Okay. Avalon. Make me a Constitution check.
All right. Saving throw or do I
Saving
do
throw.
that?
Constitution saving throw. All right. You're fine. You can
Built like an
use
ox.
you can use half your movement to right yourself.
all right?
So
I'll do
and,
that.
So you're now swimming.
I'm swimming.
Mm-hmm. You're in water. You're in the water.
Dang it.
You stop tumbling.
Yes. You will not
Can
be
I
able
occupy?
to.
Can I occupy the same space as the wolf since it's so big?
No. You cannot
I'm gonna
move,
try to come
and you
back.
can't move through an enemy's square either.
Can I get up on this ice block?
It would require a dexterity saving throw.
Would that take my action?
No, it would just take the rest of your movement to try.
Okay. Give me one moment. Oh. Sure, I'll try.
Dex save.
Dex save or acrobatics?
Dex. Nope. So you climb up a bit and then slide back down. The ice is incredibly slippery. So you're just bobbing right there in the water. You still have your action.
I can still do somatic components under the water, right?
Not under the water. Oh wait, somatic. That's with your hand.
Somatic,
You're
yeah.
talking about,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. That's fine. You can do somatic.
All right. How do I cast magic missile as a second level spell?
If you click it, it might just give you the option.
Bring up the level.
Yeah, bring it. Go to your spell, into your spell area, and click
Mm-hmm.
magic missile there.
And it should just ask you at what level are you casting.
Yeah, a little pop up.
You know,
in the-
technically, you're only supposed to roll once for the magic missiles.
I know,
Just
but
That's
that's
what I, yeah.
lame. I hate that ruling.
And they also all hit at once, but I don't like to imagine like the whew,
Yeah.
like the pew pew pew.
So once you
That's the
click
fun part.
click magic missile, you can go back to the core thing, and it should be right there on the front, like in this somewhat centered. Let me see your sheet. So spells, just click magic missile,
Okay.
and then
Oh my goodness. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. So I cast magic missile
Good God.
on the
Jeez.
winter wolf, and I as I do this, I say, a dog that doesn't listen to his master is a dog better served as an undead servant.
While choking water.
Yes. I get a few glubs in there as well.
All right, so he took the damage. Anything else for Avalon?
No, I've burned up my movement and my action, so I'm good.
Okay, so we're on to Varen.
Baron? Will step up to like right about here.
All
Right
right.
now. Here. Actually here. I know I'm moving into that. I'm gonna Thunder Wave.
Okay. I like it.
Where are you going to
Yeah.
Thunderwave?
How?
Going
So
to Thunder Wave straight back.
he could.
So
would-
if
he
I
could do
could
that without
if you
hitting
know like
Is it
the cone, so it'll be like kind of like this.
No, Thunder Wave's a
Cube.
15
It's
foot
50
cube.
yeah. So you have to hit. You'd have to hit somebody, either Zelenor
Okay,
or Kino.
Actually, if it's a 15-foot cube, then I choose to make it a cube like this, so that only the edge is coming in, so that only the wolf's in it. You know what I mean?
But it comes from
It comes
you.
from you, so it has to be touching a square that you touch.
Understandable. It'll be touching right here. Right. I can't really get where I'm trying to draw the line.
You're
but you know
trying
what
to
I mean?
like kind of rotate
And do like a
it?
diagonal cube.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Yeah.
Here.
I see what you're trying to do. You're making it like
Go
a
by
diamond shape. Like,
Obviously, it's going to be better than that.
yeah, no, I get that. I get size-wise doing it, but yeah, I think I don't think mechanically they designed it that way. Yeah, I'm not.
I think it would be easier to just put it 5 feet up, but I don't know that would work
have
either.
to
That
touch
seems
it.
silly.
What you
Thunderwave,
could
right?
do, you could, if you have the movement, you could enter. Oop, you
I
deleted
just
yourself.
deleted my character by accident.
I'll get you. You could move into Zelenor or Kino's space, cast it, and then
Put
move
it out.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do that if you have the movement. Okay, I'm just grabbing your character.
Yeah. I do have the movement, so I will do that, and I'll do that with on the side of Zelenor.
Cool. So you can totally do that.
All right. So Thunderwave.
DC 13 con. I got this all day.
Damn.
I do. So he takes half damage, so I'll still take 7.
not
But I'm
bad.
not pushed. Good attempt, though. Anything else? Anything else?
And Vicious Mockery is a full action, so no.
Okay. Oh, what was your? And then go ahead and move yourself back.
Oh yeah, I'll move back.
And,
And
then,
then
roll your initiative because it knocked you off the chart.
roll my initiative again.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like
Just to get on the chart.
Yeah, just so you're
Oh.
on the chart. And then, do you
Okay.
remember what it was?
It was
You
12.
were
As long as it's
asking-
between it, as long as it's between Avalon and myself, it
Oh,
doesn't really
okay,
matter too
I
much.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make it. Actually, that works.
Yeah,
Alright.
it works.
That works. Okay, so that's it. Was that it for Varen? Sorry.
Yes. I will. Actually, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Avalon.
Avalon. Okay. So you have Bardic Inspiration, Avalon, and Zelenor. Are you gonna try to ride the Winter Wolf?
I think my turn just got skipped.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I mean.
Yeah, what the heck? Okay, so I want to try and climb on top of the Winter Wolf. Kind of like, I just want to prove that it can be done.
Let me show you how it's really done.
Kind of is going to stab the thing with his halberd.
It
He's
doesn't-
like-
it doesn't like when you do that.
That was a pretty cool thunder wave.
You hit.
Wow. For 4 damage.
Massive
It's-
damage.
Wreathed in thunderous energy.
Okay.
And then I have my turn.
All right. We are on. Now we're on Zelenor.
Let us see whose claws are sharper, the wolf's or Zelenor.
You hit. Good God. So how does that? Oh yeah. How
10
does that work?
damage.
What is primal savagery?
All right,
Just
so
slow.
in this case, I'm actually gonna have Zelenor like lunge forward and bite him on his leg. And his teeth turn like into like fangs real quick, and they're dripping acid.
Nice. All right.
Edgy.
I like it. Okay, so
What? This guy? Edgy? No.
So the
This
wolf
guy is,
takes
like,
that damage.
flat.
Anything else from Zelenor?
Don't talk about my friend that way.
And then I'll end my turn there. And say, I dare you to hit me, beast.
So the winter wolf. Yeah.
He's a coward.
It could be. It could be.
Baron's in awe of the power that he just witnessed. He's just like, awesome.
The wolf is gonna give Zelenor, Varen, and Blinks opportunity attack.
And take the damage from my thunderous.
Oh
Can
yeah,
I viciously mock him for
it
attack,
doesn't
or
recognize
is that
that
just
you
a weapon.
just a weapon. It doesn't understand you have that spell, kind of, or that it does that.
These
One-
ones.
Good job, Zelenor.
These
You
ones.
miss. Varen, you miss. Kind of. Whew, it's scared.
Yep, that was loud. It's like, boop.
Blinks, do you
Sound
want
like
to take?
bubble wrap popping.
Oh, Blinks is
It has super
he's gaining
Yeah,
like
fixing his
sensitive
generic.
hearing, so it really
Oh, you're
did
here.
affect it though.
You can make an opportunity attack on the winter wolf with your short sword.
Okay, good. I was about to ask that.
You hit. Good God.
And you can't sneak attack again.
He can't because it hasn't been. It hasn't.
It's within 5 feet.
But doesn't he have?
It's actually only per. It's on the users. It's on like per turn.
Per
You
each
can actually
person?
sneak attack again on other people. Yeah, there's like
Okay.
a really silly build to get Sentinel on
Oh,
rogues,
okay.
so that you can get lots of sneak attacks. You can get 2 sneak attacks per.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, go ahead.
Unfortunately, Venter doesn't let us.
You get sneak attack, so go ahead and roll
Well.
your sneak attack.
Venter fucking cheats.
Yes.
Okay. Jesus. All right. Holy crap.
It's like this rule book. I don't need it.
Venter's like, I'm gonna attack you with a monster that hits for plus 30, and its damage is plus 30, and it rolls d20.
Yeah,
But you're
he's-
underwater.
Yeah, he's pushing. He just pushes you out of the way.
Oh
Alright.
no.
The winter wolf, it's bleeding. Interestingly too, from some of the larger wounds you guys have inflicted, it looks like it's when ice like lets off the vapor from being so cold, it's pouring out of the wounds, like dry ice essentially.
That's cool.
It howls and then it opens up its jaw, and you see a bright kind of white flash, and then poof. All of you, Avalon, you are clear of this. Make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. And wow, he almost rolled max damage with that.
Oh. Oh no.
So, Varen, Kaino take 22.
Oh.
Are you guys up?
Hold on.
Kind of conscious.
Zelenor and
Cutting
Blinks,
words.
you each take... Oh, okay. So this is going to help everyone.
Take 5 less damage.
So everyone takes 5 less. So Varen, you'll take 22 minus 5, same with Kaino.
18.
Zelenor and Blinks will take 6 each.
22
As a
minus
reaction, I'm going to hellishly rebuke him.
Okay. Do you have the spell slots for that?
Wait, you
Yep.
Cool.
you used your reaction for the opportunity attack, didn't you?
Oh, you
Oh,
did.
that's true.
You did.
Yeah.
So the wolf, that's its turn. That was kind of its, it understands what's happening. Blinks?
Oh, I can't get any. I was thinking about trying to get some of the blood, but it's just turning into vapor, so it doesn't matter. Sad. All right, I'm just gonna shoot him with short bow.
So you drop your sword to pull out your short bow. You miss. close. It just goes
Good night, guys.
pew.
Good luck.
Anything else from Blinks?
To back away so that I don't get caught inside that.
Avalon, your turn. I'm gonna laugh if you all miss and it gets to go again.
All right. I'm gonna magic missile again.
Okay.
So much for that.
Yep. There's always that.
Burn.
And,
with that,
like,
you
you're
kill
kind of
it.
like underneath him while he's standing on the ice.
Yeah. Make a oh, it's your turn. Make a con saving throw at the beginning of
Alright.
your turn. So before you magic missile, let's see your con saving throw. You're fine.
Jesus.
So your magic missile hits. One of them rips.
Oh, right, constant.
Yeah, as one hits.
While
it,
I do this, I say, maybe you will serve more faithfully as an undead dog and actually listen to your master.
So the wolf begins to sink. Make a dexterity saving throw. DC 14. You're good. So the
Hooray.
wolf begins to sink beneath you. You do not get entangled in it or dragged down with it. You're in the water. What are you gonna do with the rest of your turn?
I still have movement, right?
You do. And you move at
No.
in water. Is it half speed or is it 10 feet per round? I always forget.
I believe.
Does anyone know?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say half speed.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I can just make ice under him if we're out of combat.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because I assume that. Oh, I don't know about this water. I assume ice
let's
floats
think
in
of
this
it.
water too. So I can like what I imagine is I just like make a big sheet of ice under them and then it slowly floats up as like the weight of it, like a little raft that
Yeah, you could do that.
I just create under him.
It's just difficult terrain.
Okay.
Come
So
on. I regain 4 hit points for killing him.
okay. So
I have Grim Harvest.
Cool.
Avalon, you make it back to the
I-
platform. You're make me another Constitution saving throw.
Oops.
God damn, this guy is like he's like a tough wizard. You're cold. Some parts of your robes have a frozen solid. But you guys have you killed the wolf. And shortly after you get to the platform and maybe break some of the ice crystals off, the voice from before, instead of laughter this time, it's a high. I'm not going to do it. It's a very high pitched kind of screech, and from each one of these platforms, you start to see, starting with this one over here, and then working its way clockwise. From each one, a 5-foot shard of black ice comes sprouting from it and just sticks out, and it goes all the way, and they're pointing inwards. And it starts on each one, and it rotates about 3 seconds in between each one, and then when it gets back to the front, a 10-foot one comes out.
And they're all heading towards the thing that we're standing on.
They're heading towards the platform. And you notice when the 10-foot ones come out, 5-foot ones come out essentially in a porcupine type thing, just from every direction.
They're not going above, though. It's like they're spreading out on a plane with the floor, or like with the water surface, or are they coming up to?
They're going. So just imagine like a porcupine, like as a fetal porcupine. It's coming from all the surfaces and just kind of a. If you expand it, once this expands hypothetically wide enough, if you put, if you wrapped it, it would look like a pointy ball. So it's making a sphere, essentially, a little bit slightly different shaped.
I'm a little. Is it threatening or is it more of a?
So
I'm just confused.
What basically happens is they continue to do that until all of them
We just have
are
a huge platform.
Yeah, you're in the platform. All of these have now turned into giant spiky shards of black ice. And specifically these two, uh, you can see that they are connected to each other, and there's shards coming off shards. Uh, so you're kind of ringed in, but not. This part's all open here. This has been shut down. You can't see past this point now.
Okay.
But are we otherwise out of combat?
Yes, you're out of combat.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask that before. I kind of just like starts muttering. I don't think he would say it audibly, and he heals himself.
Wait, Kaino heals himself? He's like
Yeah.
full.
Thanks a
Yeah.
lot. Thanks a lot, buddy.
He's like, "What? You guys can't?" No, he doesn't say anything. He just does it.
Look at him sadly.
So
They're not coming towards us. They're just giant porcupine
Mhm.
balls that are barring our access. Okay.
Um,
Anyone melt that?
I kind of, I'm like, well, I have a ball of force, or I could shatter it.
Kind of
Or
wants to just try and.
continue on.
Kind of's like, I could try and just see if we can still get around it.
So while you
Like,
guys
does it look like I could go?
you
If I like made a like the ice bridge thing, like I could go up and around.
no
Like,
this-
does it reach the wall?
That's fine. The shards from this have reached the walls. They're 30, 40 feet in the air. It's a you're not gonna.
Right.
Yeah, this is. Think we've all seen the old school. What's the one with the little fairy? Sleeping Beauty. You know when he's hacking his way through all this like stuff like that.
Or like
Think
the
of
thorn.
Yeah.
Forest.
think of it like that, but with black ice, essentially.
Kaino is gonna walk up to it, make with a bridge, and kind of just touch one of the ice shards, and
Give me a.
he's gonna try and grab one if there's one that's like splintering off,
Sure.
that, like actually juts out or something. He's gonna try and his goal is to grab it and then break it off if he can, and see if it does anything strange.
Yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man, I should have thought about this before. I probably would have cast resistance on myself, but it's okay. You got a 14.
You're gonna take half damage. You grabbed a little piece about the size of your pinky. You'll take 1 damage.
He will.
Careful, friend.
Yeah,
And then
he recoils, but he's gonna be like, wait, let me try something. And he pulls out the other vial that he has, because he had 2 vials.
Mm-hmm.
And he will see if he can't. He's gonna cast resistance on himself. He gives himself a small little. He just fortifies himself,
Cool.
and he will try and. I think he'll wrap himself, like his hand a bit, in like some kind of. I'm sure that he would have some cloth, maybe just from like his shirt if he had to rip it. And I don't know if that would even help, but he's gonna try and get like ice shavings if he can off into the shard. Maybe he'll use it.
Okay.
Actually, he'll use a dagger. He'll pull out a dagger and see if he can't shave it into it, even if
Okay.
it hurts.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll a dexterity attack. Like, or give me a dex save. Give me a dex save, actually.
They're all the same with a positive 0.
Nice. You're scraping away at it, and after some solid work at it, you manage to get one tiny sliver. Call it about.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about, let's say, the size of. It's about as thick as pencil lead for mechanical pencils, and about an 1/8 of an inch long. And you also notice that there's a small notch in the dagger you used. Mechanically, it's not going to affect it, but.
I don't use it anymore. I don't even think I have a knife. It's literally
Oh.
just a knife.
Right,
So,
okay.
So, okay, cool. Kind of looks satisfied. He looks at it and like kind of swirls it around in the vial, see if it like starts melting or anything. If it, because he, like, if it is powered in some way by something, and then satisfied, he'll look at Zenlor and see if he wants to do anything before he starts walking back.
I cast my shatter spell on the middle of the ice over here.
That
Over.
was my idea.
He started casting a spell. Kaido's like, "Can we switch spots?"
Yeah, you
I
just
don't
use
go
the
over here.
ice
He'll
thing to move around.
It's a
Yeah.
10-foot radius sphere, so it should get just shatter all of this ice, hopefully.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage. Very nice. Let's see. 14. Roll me a
if it's-
D100.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
Okay. So you cast it here, so it goes out. It was right here where you cast it? Where's the leading edge
Yes.
of where?
Hold
How
on.
far does
Well,
it
I'll
extend?
put it out.
Okay, cool.
Whoops.
That's a crazy shatter, man. Oh, I don't think it's gonna matter. Might help.
Like right there.
Is shatter a 10-foot radius?
Hmm.
Yes.
It's literally just a way better thunder wave. Oh, I guess it doesn't have the movement.
Yeah, it doesn't knock.
Because I didn't even realize it does the same damage.
It actually
Alright.
does more damage.
Everyone gets.
Well, thunder wave's level 1, level 2. Sorry.
Everyone gets to make a dexterity saving throw as shards fly in every which way. And so you're basically all trying to dodge pieces of this.
I have resistance on still, so I actually have
you
advantage on
can
this
do
saving
that.
throw.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow. So Kaino, do you add anything or is that it?
Oh, it's advantage.
Okay.
Could I cast shield to defend myself from these?
I thought
Yeah.
resistance was just an extra D4 like guidance.
Oh, it is just a D4. You're right.
Okay. So you can't get more than 11 anyways.
Got a 10.
So Avalon blinks and Zelenor manage to dodge out of the way. Varen and Kaino, you get hit with slightly larger pieces than last time.
I just duck and watch
But you both
Kaino get hit by a piece that I missed.
You both get to make dexterity, con saves now for half damage. Kaino, you take half. Varen, you take 6. And so there's for about a half a second there's a temporary gap, and then it's all filled in with more shards, black shards. Do you want to do it again?
No, I can't.
I was like, I think I can do it big enough.
Stupid magic.
Can I roll a persuasion check on the voice?
Wait, so what was the damage?
You took 3 because you made your save.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see that roll. My
It's all good.
While this has all been happening, I was gonna ask what's happening with the Winterbolt. Is it out of range? Can we pull it? Is it just floating?
It sunk.
Okay.
It
I
was
know
over.
Avalon wanted to try to do something.
You could go fishing.
Probably about now that gigantic translucent ball of force full of gore is probably falling apart.
Yeah, by now this is all splattered and it's kind of like, especially with the water behind it, at first the water backed up and then it kind of spread it out and now it's kind of oozing. So there's little bits of kobold floating past you every so often.
The water's starting to turn red.
Yeah, pretty gross.
While they're hanging out doing that, I want to go find some of those magic stones.
The what now?
I can figure out a way to get back there.
Oh, back to where we were. Oh, Avalon. Avalon. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Nope, you're clutch. So the way you came from Blinks would be back that way. You could attempt to do jumping again. DCs are going to be harder than they were last time because of the ice, but you can try that.
I'm guessing most of the danger.
Kind of
is
just
gone.
starts walking back.
Yeah. Kaino also, again, does have the ability to transport one at a time.
Feeling he'll be snarking about it.
So we're leaving here now, right?
Varen will kind of spit blood.
Kind of looks
fucking
back at
shard
the
of ice out.
closed gate and he's like, "Can we even leave?"
There's still a keyhole there.
So kind of will start walking back.
But was the way back open, or
Oops, I accidentally hit my mute button, so I couldn't hear anything.
You can.
Sorry. What kind of one?
Kaino can get you back. He has the ability to teleport or
Yeah.
transport you all over.
Yeah, I can
So-
just bring you. I'll bring everybody back and then
Yeah.
go because
Yeah.
it's within 30 feet. So I'll just make a bridge for all of you guys, so you guys can all get over there.
Yeah, so you can all move yourselves over to by the gore pile. Avalon, go ahead and make another Constitution check.
Kaino, can you come back for me? Oh no.
You start shaking.
What do you mean come back for you?
Your clothes
What's
have like
happening?
mostly frozen onto you. You lose 5 feet of movement because
Ooh.
of your shaking.
Oh, I forgot to say that I had to
is it
drop my
coming from
torch earlier.
clothes? Is it coming from my clothes or is it coming from me?
It's the fact that you're wearing clothes that have
Soaking
essentially
clothes.
frozen to your body. Like
Yeah.
they're ice encrusted at this point.
You're
Okay.
going through
Can I attempt
mitigating
to
stage
take
of
them off?
hyperthermia.
Kaino's like,
Sure.
you still need to be wearing clothes. It's pretty cold down here. Kaino pulls out a torch and is like,
Well,
"Can you light
he
this?"
should get those clothes off, and I can give him my cloak, and I'll just gesture to them. I start taking that off a little bit over to him, just so that we can get the frozen off of you. It'll help.
Yeah,
it
can I
won't
take-
help
can
you
I take
so
the
much,
torch?
but it's better than having the fucking frozen clothes on you.
You should hold this torch close to you, and kind of just hands him a torch.
And does do I have clothes that are not freezing now?
Yeah. So
You have just a basic cloak.
yeah. You are
You're probably still cold.
you're cold, but you're not like in danger of freezing anymore. But while you're like wearing that only, it's going to be difficult to not freeze. If you try to do other things, like if you tried to go into combat right now, you're gonna have a bad day.
And your willy would be swinging in the wind.
Right? It'd be very tiny.
You're just trying to. I imagine you're just huddling yourself.
So yeah, Kaino gives him a torch,
you're cold.
Fucking A.
and he's like, "I know you can cast light, but you need the warmth."
Make an
my
illusion
light
of fire for you.
And then Kaino starts walking back.
I want to. If I search this pile of things, does that mean I'm searching all 4 kobolds at the same time, or what?
Yeah,
Kaino
they're
looks
all-
at you.
They're all. I mean, like when I say like gore, I mean, imagine putting like explosives inside.
I think
of
that you could just
something.
describe what happened. Imagine a tiny bead instantly expanded into a ball with a diameter of 20 feet. And anything that's inside that space takes the damage from it, but then appears inside of it. And then just
So they.
and then the
pop.
force and then the bubble that it was inside of just
Right.
went away and all of it just fell to the ground.
So like a microwave. But you
Yeah.
are welcome to search.
Lovely. Question: I need to search 4 separate times or just one time?
No, you can make one investigation roll.
He's like, "Yeah, I don't care how disgusting this is. Tell me if there's
I
gold
don't
in
care.
it."
I'm a rogue. I'm
It's
searching.
like-
You're like, hey, look.
I know. I get nothing though.
So no, you find an intact testicle.
Oh.
The magic
Varen-
stone. All right.
Magic stone.
Yeah, that's it. That's the magic.
Hey, dude, Dragon Balls are worth a lot, so there's an entire show about them.
That thing. Maybe I will find a use for it. Cobalt.
You can put that.
Kinda
You
was
can
like,
put that in.
I
your
wish I
sheet.
had another vial for you.
Do
How
Varen
much does
and
it?
Avalon also make their way over?
Well,
I'm waiting.
I
I'm
was-
waiting on the platform.
Okay.
And I was gonna try to talk to this entity that we haven't met, but has
Oh yeah, kind of. Well,
kind of got
yeah, I wanted to do that too.
Oh, okay. So
But first,
what was Avalon
Sorry.
planning to do? I just kind of want to know what everyone. So you two, I know
well, I
that
just want to know: is this gate still closed?
if you put the key in and turn it, it opens.
Okay, I didn't know if there was another key slot on this side of the gate. That's
Yeah, there is. It's
There-
just like the other one.
there
before.
is. Okay, I did. Okay. So once we see that, first of all, because I feel like probably, like, we're all probably a little bit interested in that. Kind of would look back at everybody and be like, "We can get out still."
Yeah, that's.
I assume Zelenor just opens the door as soon as
Yeah.
since you walked through it.
All right, so I wrote what I wanted to say up.
Oh, I did see. I just didn't read it. Let me. Here, I see it. Hold on.
Oh yeah, here you go.
So we're gonna say that you, after you two are left there, you say that,
Mm-hmm.
and when you say that, these two shoot out a little bit.
All right. You know what? I'll come back when you've cooled down and we'll have a talk.
Was that a joke?
Varen,
That was serious. I will return, but I'm gonna
No,
let you-
no.
I'm gonna
I
let you-
mean the cool down thing.
Oh yes, that was yes.
Nice. And then Kaino makes an ice bridge for you to cross.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Get it? Nice. There's ice everywhere. And then Kaino looks up and suddenly takes a much more serious face, and he's like, "We're gonna come back here, and we don't have to fight, but
You
we're
didn't
gonna
wanna-
come back here."
Yeah. Varen
And then he
had-
turns and smiles again as he looks back to all of his friends and starts walking.
Varen, what
Okay.
did you say?
Varen adds, yeah, we came here not wanting to fight, and we've proven that our strength, we can make powerful allies, but you choose to make enemies out of us. We'll be back, and you can contemplate what we have said today.
I like how you guys scold whoever this is. It's great. So you guys make your way back up. You make your way up into this room, back in here.
Kaino's like, "Man, now I almost want to take the big plant." And he looks at everyone else and he's like, "The concept behind not taking the big plant was that it might grow and we could get more. But it
Grow
seems
up?
like there's some asshole that owns this plant." And then he looks up and around when he says asshole.
Nothing happens.
Varen points out, he's like, I did notice that there's new growth there. I think leaving the mother is what will continue our consistent pay with dredge. We should leave it alone.
Kaino's like, "I honestly would rather just keep the poison myself." Are you guys just swimming? Kaino's gonna walk. With a 10-foot bridge, because it's like 2 5-foot squares, I believe. I can click on it again. So we can. Could we just have, like, how many people would you allow us to actually have on a 10-foot bridge? Because I feel like the combat squares
None
are
of
5-foot squares for
Right.
combat.
None of you are particularly large, I don't think.
I think one of
A-
us is-
And I know that Avalon, or not Avalon, excuse me, Blinks is a halfling. So,
Fine.
no, sorry. So you could get everyone onto it at the same time. If outside of combat, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. So we'll just make a little 10-foot area of water. And I mean, since it's really just floating, I guess I can only have two. Well, no, because it's an instantaneous effect. Perfect. So yeah, I can just change the flow of the water, so I can make it move 5 feet, and we just
Yeah, if you all move
like
in
make a little ice.
yeah, you can all
It's
kind of
well, I
shuffle
think that I
along.
can just. I think I can just make it a boat, like
Just
where I
nice
just make a
airboat.
big like ice raft, and then it travels 5 feet.
Oh, I see what you're
Magic
saying.
ice raft.
Because
like
I can change the flow of the water, and I also have gust, so I can just like actually then just cast gust as well.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm a fucking storm sorcerer, and he just like so he makes a little sailboat too. It's like a sailboat, and the water starts going, and then he like water like air starts coming through, and he's just doing all this magic on the back end of the boat, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
The guy who owns this place.
And
comes
he's
out,
like
"Can you teach me that?"
like 6 inches off the ground, still somehow moving with it.
Meanwhile, Blinks just swims across.
Baron takes a
I was
moment to
doing-
be majestic as fuck and just plays his lute while we're going across.
The giant crocodile.
It probably would look so funny if you think about it, because it's like this little boat, and we're like, it's too small to be like a real ship, but Kaino is still like he has 1 foot on like the rail. It looks like a boat. He probably because I can craft it, so it looks like it's like a little shitty ship.
Before people get on, do you tell them, "I'm the king. I'm the captain. This is my."
No, it's
my ship."
obvious. I don't. Kaino doesn't need to say that.
Imagine
They all know.
Captain Morgan.
Baron goes to the front of the ship and kind of does like a Captain Morgan stance playing his lute.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's doing on the back. That's what Kaino's doing on the back.
Yeah.
So you guys.
This is great. I love this image.
So you
And then
guys.
Zelenor's brooding on it.
you
Oh, this
guys
is good.
Ice
Sorry.
boat
I just-
This is our
across.
Christmas card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zelnor and Avalon are both just like being edgy as fuck.
So you,
Fucking creepy as hell.
Your Christmas card is is 4 of you on Kaino's ice boat. With in the background, you see Blink swimming.
Yeah.
So you make it over and you head back up. You get into back into this room. The petals have not opened. You are not getting more beads of force.
Throw a
So-
bead of force at it.
That was a
That'll teach it. That'll teach it.
I'll show you what's what. And so you're back in here. What do you guys
Shatter
do?
it.
Zelenor's. He kind of looks to Zelenor. And, you gonna put the key back in the sarcophagus this time?
Zelnor remains quiet.
Zelenor edges about.
Are you muted, Eleanor?
Yeah, sorry, I was having
It's
a
okay.
audio problem.
Did you hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't respond.
Oh,
I just, I'm ignoring you.
You're non-responsive.
Okay,
to
buddy.
the response. I get it.
As we get closer, I'd just be like, that was a waste of time.
Kaino hands him the black ice shard. He's like, I don't know. This could be pretty interesting.
Want a cobalt testicle?
Baron
and
spits
one
it.
cobalt
Nice.
testicle.
Kaino's like, he obviously doesn't want it, and then he looks at Zelenor and he's like, do you want a cobalt testicle?
No. I have 3.
Do something necromantic with it.
Kaino looks down at Zelenor's crotch region, confused, but like accepting.
It was one of the prices I had to pay for
Kaino doesn't laugh. Sorry, that's me.
Baron has second thoughts.
It's not like they just turned him into cobalt balls. They gave him another one too. Well, I assume I don't know anything about Drow. Kaino's like, okay, let's leave then. We can come back, Zelenor. I intend to come back, unless if we find other interesting dungeons full of
Are you keeping
disembodied
the,
voices.
Are you keeping the key or putting it back?
keep it this time.
Okay.
And I'll
Alright.
lock him in and then take the key.
Okay. And then,
Okay.
are you guys anything else in this room, or are you heading out?
want to check the flower in the middle, see what it looks like.
Cool. So it looks like that image I showed you last time, the corpse flower. It looks
You
like
never
that.
saw it.
Uh,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he saw it.
yeah, he saw the picture.
Sorry. I forgot about
It's stone. So it obviously doesn't move or anything like that. But
Oh shit!
who'd we lose? Oh,
Just
okay.
left the game.
So that's it's just a giant version of one of those flowers carved in stone.
Is it open or closed now?
It's closed.
The sarcophagus?
Oh no, he was talking about the flower. The sarcophagus is still open.
Oh.
It's nothing. I mean, you guys are all over here, but it looks the exact same, from what you can tell.
You see Zelenor sit on the edge, and then he kind of like hikes up his robes a little bit, and then he poops in the sarcophagus.
Cool. So you do that, and as you're pooping, you also notice that you're pooping on something.
Oh, what is it?
It looks like a small bundle wrapped in a square of cloth, about the size of like a couple of standard envelopes. Size.
Oh, okay. After I finish, I go, "There's something in here," and I walk away.
Oh, you just saw what you.
What did you just do?
He just defecated in the sarcophagus.
In the sarc-
I just healed Varen and Avalon, by the way.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Wait,
So
that was
Varen,
6 health,
having
Avalon?
No problem. Yeah.
So when you get to there, Varen, as you're approaching it, the smell. I mean, there's definitely something in there. It smells like
There must
shit.
be
You
some
can
kind of
tell that
foul
Settlor
mixture.
should
Varen's
work on his...
street. You also have to remember, Varen's a street urchin. Dealing with shit was a daily part of life when
So
he
does
was
it
growing
smell
up.
like
So
home
this
to
doesn't.
you?
It just kind of smells familiar.
Zelenor probably hasn't had a great diet recently either.
Just
Yeah,
like
no.
Mom used to make.
Just like the streets. In the morning. At,
So you see that little
Foggy Bottom.
parcel wrapped in a square of cloth.
I grab it. I wipe the shit off like nonchalantly. And
it's just closed. It's tied up loose in one of those really irritating knots with like a piece of cheap string.
okay. I'll kind of set it on the edge of the sarcophagus, and I'll take my I guess one of my crossbow bolts and just kind of cut the string so I can unwrap it.
So inside is a sapphire, about the size of, what would be a good example? About the size of a deck of playing cards.
Okay.
In terms of its width, and it's probably about as thick as your fist. So yeah, it's more like the size of your fist. So it's a sapphire the size of your fist. Do you touch the sapphire?
Can I do? No, I'm gonna try to keep it in the cloth as much as I can. I do investigation?
Sure.
I
To be
kinda
clear,
wanna
this shit-covered cloth.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to basically determine, like, I'm doing just an assessment of the situation, because obviously this wasn't here before. Somebody put this here.
Right.
Did somebody stash this? And I also kind of also in tandem want to see if there's anything magical about this sapphire. If you want, I can do 2 rolls for that.
You can just go ahead and just do one investigation roll.
Investigation.
So
isn't
as
it?
far as determining
terrible.
if like
It's terrible.
anything, like if someone placed it here, if something's been disturbed, you can't really tell. It doesn't help that there's like shit all over the place, and Zelenor definitely needs more fiber in his diet. So you can make an Arcana check because you're trying to kind of get a magical presence or not off of this thing. So you can do an Arcana check for the sapphire.
Okay. I'll do that. It's better.
Yeah.
That's slightly above average.
Yeah, you're not sure. it doesn't. You don't really think it is, but you're not. You're like, I don't know. But it looks like it looks like a very nice sapphire to you.
Okay. Anything else?
That's a
or just
shitty
sapphire?
gem, huh?
You said there were some letters in it or something.
No.
Size.
It's
That's what
about
it looked like. Gotcha.
Yeah, size wise. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I'll kind of drop. I'll keep it wrapped in the shit cloth,
mhm. Mhm.
and I'll just kind of tie it and be like, got a little something for this, but I don't know who's like somebody came here and stashed this. We might want to keep an eye on the area because we're not the only ones who know about this. We also left the doors open, so what
Well,
if
it wasn't
someone-
there when we checked the
Yeah, there was nothing.
sarcophagus when we got in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this place rewards us for killing its denizens.
Is there more than one?
I mean,
dungeon?
this island is an island that has an arena that everyone like worships. I really don't think that that's the weirdest thing that we've encountered in the past week.
Don't you normally get rewarded for killing things?
Usually by the
Kind
Kind
of
of
just around
starts
his
walking away and smiles at Zelenor. And he's like, I do not choose my friends in this life. I just treat them well.
So
Raise
Gained my powers.
Thank you to the room.
okay, cool. So everyone makes their way out. You guys get outside. It's like it was before. You heads back to town.
hmm
You,
And on the way back, kind of like, Varen, you might want to keep that sapphire hidden for a bit. I don't know if there are very many people outside this town. It's pretty big, right?
yeah, it's the size of your fist.
Yeah, like
That's
a
a
random
decent chunk.
fucking
That's
yeah, like a
kinda why
random
Varen-
innkeeper. Yeah, a random innkeeper in the middle of the outer town of this place might not have enough money as it's worth, but would totally be willing to find someone to
Mhm.
steal it.
Right.
That's kind of why I left the feces on it, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
no one's
kind
gonna
of just
check
like
a
you,
rag with feces in it.
you might want to keep that. Once we get into the inner city, there might be something that we can get a value for that.
Right.
Doesn't seem like anything around here. There's going to be much that we can get a value.
To put it in
that's worth that.
perspective, I think it's probably close to. It's probably bigger than the Hope Diamond.
Yeah. So kind of saying that to Varen, like
Varen
saying that he should keep it tucked away.
had already put it in like the deepest part of his pouch in like his thieves' kit where nobody else can look, and it's covered in feces. So.
But yeah,
He nods.
kind of
He,
didn't pay attention like he was trying to steal it. He's just trying to give you some good advice.
Oh yeah, no. He nods and in agreement.
Kind of smiles and walks away. Like you're like, wow, this guy doesn't want to take it.
Right.
Really just wants me to protect it. And kind of
yeah.
back.
I think you're having. I think you're gonna try to steal it though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just asked me for that for a reason.
My precious. My precious.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
Kinda
just
like
don't
blue
trust
stuff.
people who are nice to me.
Are you saying that
gotta
to
have-
Kaino? Or are you explaining your character?
Explaining my character.
I see. Sorry.
I apologize.
So we all walk back.
You guys go back to the inn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the inn.
So after this ordeal, it is by the time you get back, it's the sun's just about to set. So you've been gone a nice full day. You get back. It's quiet tonight. It's apparently in where you guys are at. It's kind of it's like the Tuesday. So there's really no one here on a Tuesday. Farghead comes out with someone who then just quickly heads out the door.
Can I take note of that person? do I recognize them at all?
They just look. They don't look like anyone special. They're just wearing kind of like the townspeople clothes that you've seen. Farkid and Boga are pretty much. They're not exactly expensive. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kind of was gonna ask Dredge, are there any men of learning in the outer town? You know, I know that this place isn't. He like kind of does like an like imaginarily like look around, and he's like, you know, like any institutions of learning or anything around here, but you know,
Well, not really. They don't really. It's not like there's a school, you know.
you don't got any crackpot wizards bumbling around the outer town.
Nah, most of the people.
And then he looks at Avalon.
He's like, well.
I smile back at him.
He smiles back at you.
People with those kinds of skills, you know, usually, well, one of two things. They either end up, you know, inner city, or, because, you know, not most people don't have, you know, magical abilities. And Dredge says, I mean, I don't, and, you know, it took a hard work to get something like this without.
Kaino's like, oh, that smile, Dredge. You're telling me that's not magic?
Oh yeah, you're so kind. But no, seriously though, you know, again, you know, the arena. Most people have magic. If they're not in the inner city, the arena seems to be kind of the most attractive thing for, you know, obvious reasons. But the arena's dangerous. You know.
I don't know, man. They must have never tried. There's pretty good sailing out in the forest to the north of the city.
Sailing.
And he looks. Yeah, like ice boating.
What?
Kaino shakes his head like a northerner to somebody who can't appreciate the winter or something.
I'm
like they just wouldn't. Yeah, John, you have no idea what that would be like.
Yeah.
Barry makes eye contact with Kaino and, you know, nods and smiles.
Dredge is like, all right, you went ice boating. He just kind of muttered. He's like, what the fuck is ice boating? Whatever. Anyways, so here you guys have your fight tomorrow.
Yes.
How you,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
you all prepared for that?
More or less.
More or less.
I mean, like, do you know anything about it? Because we never know anything about it, so there's not much to think about.
Oh, they don't tell you, huh? Huh.
Uh,
That's a shame.
Wait, they tell you?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know anything. I was just wondering if they had told you what you'd fight in.
Hell no.
Oh, well, I did hear. You know, it's not a huge place, so rumors get around. I hear you guys have a ranking fight coming up soon.
Yeah, we heard that too.
Yeah, ranking fights are always popular. They tend to be pretty tough, you know. So hope you guys have your shit together, cause you're pretty brutal.
What does that
Yeah,
mean,
well,
ranking fight?
I don't catch too many of the fights generally, but I'll try. I tend to try to make the ranking ones, cause, well, usually afterwards I can steer a lot of business.
What do you mean make the fights? They're all like in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, has no one told you how that works?
no.
Oh,
I was curious.
I keep forgetting you guys aren't from around here. I should know, just looking at your weird clothes. Well, so, I mean, I assume you figured out that the arena is magical, considering they've, like, teleported you there. So,
Yeah.
I had a hunch.
right, so, the other times you fought, where'd you fight before, by the way? I haven't seen. I didn't catch any of your other fights.
There was a
Like,
Colosseum and a...
Like an ice arena.
Okay, so you see, the Colosseum, that's what it actually is, right? Like, you can look out the door and see it. But, like, when they did that ice thing, and I've seen desert ones and all kinds of stuff, I don't know what kind of magic it is, but they use some sort of magic to, like, warp the arena. It's, I don't know, beyond me, but needless to say, powerful magic. That's how you get that kind of thing. And there's a crowd watching. It's you ever like scried something or something like that? You heard of it? it
Heard of scrying, read about
Yeah.
scrying, never tried it.
so I guess this is kind of like that, but it's a different type. It's
Is that like when you watch people through their windows?
uh, kind of Brett just kind of looks at Zelenor and like shakes his head a little bit, like, all right, that's weird. And then says, no, so like scrying, I guess, is like it's this thing wizards do, and they look into like a crystal ball or something, and they can like see someone, like as if you were like a bird floating above or something. Well, this is kind of like that. They have you're able to like watch the fights with kind of this like that kind of perspective. You know, we kind of watch from above. It's an interesting thing. Again, I don't ask me how they do it because I don't know. I run a goddamn inn. Uh, but yeah, that's how they do it. So people see you doing all that. It's not like they didn't know it was happening.
Um, Baron,
Occasionally they even for really big fights they'll even have it shown in other places. I've hosted a few fight nights as it were here at the in the bar here.
you
Can
do
we
fight nights
watch any
here.
of those fights with you?
I mean, if they have one, like I don't control when they do. Oh, yeah, I don't actually decide to have it. They just kind of let me know, hey, we're going to be broadcasting the fight, and that's that. I don't really get a choice, so they usually don't tell me until right before the fight starts either. So, you know, if you're
Are there,
here, then you'll see one.
Hmm. Okay.
are we
I
the
can
only
ask the
competitors
questions.
No,
Oh
there's
yeah,
some other ones.
in the outer city?
Oh, in the outer city. No, there's a few. They tend to do the kind of like what would be the word for it? I mean, I guess all the fights are violent and brutal, but the, they're more like the. Hmm. Okay, I'm going out of character here for a second. You know, like those people who do backyard wrestling.
Amateur?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That.
like that.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what we're going with. Yeah, they're kind of like I don't know. You almost want to say it's comedic, but it can't be comedic with that much blood. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there's a few. They actually live. I'll move you guys real quick. Yeah, they live out in. Actually, they live over kind of towards the Coliseum. I think they're in just off the road right before you get to the Coliseum, and you know that basically means in this general direction. Somewhere in
Will
here.
we ever have to fight them?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. He looks at you guys. He's like, I can't imagine they'd last long though. They usually put them up against things like they'll throw like there's like what I think how many of them are there? Sometimes they add new people. People die, so it changes. I think right now there's 4 or 5 of them. They usually fight things like they'll throw in like a couple kobolds or uh, uh, little things, and I don't know. I don't know. It seems to be kind of filler, but yeah, they're down there. The rest of the well-known fighters are inner city. Uh, well, yeah, you'll never see one here. They hang out at the Champions Corner. It's a bar in inner city. Now, I guess
Um,
it's an inn too, and I'd say it's my competitor, but it's not exactly like there's a whole lot of cross patronage.
right. Varen kind of leans in a little bit and says, "Are there any ground fighting arenas or fight clubs?"
And not that I'm aware of. Uh, I mean, I don't really see the point. If you want to fight, you just go fight in the. I mean, no, no.
Do you realize how terrible they pay us?
I mean, no. I'm not really one. I haven't signed up for it ever. So, how much did
We
they pay you for your? How much did you get for your last fight?
5 gold.
Oh, that seems unfair. Huh?
Here, we have a petition for you now. Just kidding.
Yeah, right. I'm not registered to vote in this county.
Um, Kaino will look at him and be like, well, do you know of any other interesting places around the island?
Yeah. So okay, well, you know about, the place with the flower. But I guess you've been
Yep.
there, so that once you got that, I guess there's nothing else. So let's see what else. Some people from inner city, they'll sometimes go out to the beaches. If you go to the beaches on the our south coast, those are fairly nice. There's a few, some of the. I mean, actually, don't go there. They'll probably just murder you. That's where the inner city people have kind of their little resort type thing. But look more like south. If you go to southeast, there's the public beaches, which are almost entirely empty because when the hell does the public have a chance to trek 2-3 days to the beach? But there it is. The forests and the hills here. There's game. There's plenty of unpleasant creatures, which I mean you're fighting in the arena, so that seems to be your kind of thing. Really, my best advice to you is to earn your money in the arena. I know it seems to be a slog, and make your way into inner city. Things are much better in there. It's a better way to live. He says, if you notice, I don't stay here at night. I go home.
I understand, but
I can be your protector if you want to take me with.
He ignores Zelenor. He says, he looks at you guys a little. Go ahead and everyone give me a charisma check.
I'm sorry, I missed charisma save.
Charisma check.
Check.
Yeah, my bad.
That's alright. It was low
It's
regardless. Charisma check blinks. Alright. So he looks at you guys and he's saying this mostly to Kaino and Varen. Even Zelnor a little bit, which is kind of weird because Zelnor weirds him out. And he says, "Yeah, there's nothing in the northeast though, so I'd avoid going there. It's just kind of boring, and there's no point going there." He says, "Oh, looks like we have a customer, and someone's come in," so he bustles off to help them.
Okay.
Kaino looks happy, puts his food down, and he's gonna go to his bedroom as there's nothing.
And yeah, Dredge, yeah, he bustles off to go tend to customers that are starting to come in now that the day is over.
Okay. Well, the Baron will kind of nod to Kaino as he heads upstairs. He'll assume his position over by Volga and Barkhead.
Yeah, Kaino makes a show of going upstairs, like so everyone is obvious that he's going upstairs.
And I'm going to do.
I guess I'll go upstairs and body on the other bed.
It was payday recently. You make 1 gold, Varen.
Sweet.
All right.
So Kaino will go. Well, Kaino's gonna go. Does anyone else go upstairs?
I'm headed
Was that
upstairs.
Blinks that said he was?
Yeah, Blinks is going upstairs. Kaino's going upstairs. Anyone else?
I'm gonna wait
Yeah, I'll go
for
upstairs.
Dredge. I'm gonna wait for Dredge to finish getting the people set in, and then I'm gonna ask the question about the arena.
Right now, whenever you even look at him or approach him or go to open your mouth, he suddenly remembers something he has to do and takes off. You get the hint that he's like, "Go away."
All right.
He gives you, he eyes you.
I'm gonna go tend to my body then.
Excellent. So you hiring Bolga or Farghead?
Oh no, I'm going up. I'm going up.
Tend to your body.
Oh, no, my
Phrasing.
my dead body.
So alone then.
First time
with the
only
body.
2 for 1.
Kaino will, I guess, go to that room if Avalon's going to that room, and he'll be like, "So, our next time that we have free time, we should investigate the Northeast, obviously."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm all about the
Glad
beaches.
we all got that.
You're like, just making sure.
Yeah, Kaino smiles.
You're like, you did try to ride a wolf, so I just...
And then he's like, "How's Kelver doing?"
I'm gonna ritual cast gentle repose again.
Okay. Okay.
So Kaino's like, "Not well, huh?"
Ugh. Also, I'm gonna be starting the next day with only 1 second level spell, because when I wake up in the morning, I have to refresh Nystul's magic aura. And
So wait,
I'm out of second level spell slots.
do you have any higher level spell slots? Oh no, you're only level 3.
Is Dysels not a ritual?
No, it's not.
Well,
What?
wait, okay.
It's like the
You
most
should cast Nistles now
Yeah, you
and then
cast-
do gentle
Yeah,
repose
now.
in the morning.
Cast Nistles and then ritual gentle repose.
Oh,
He
no,
already
I
used
can't.
both of his level 2s.
I used magic missile as a level 2 twice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, I see. Okay. What is the other spell that you wanted? Is that the one that keeps it from being like turned into
That's the one that
dead?
makes him appear to just be a sleeping gnome.
Oh, I see. You're welcome to do that. You do have a fight in the morning.
I have a what?
You have an arena fight
You have
in
a
the
fight
following
tomorrow.
morning.
Yeah, I know.
You can short rest and use
Yeah,
your arcane recovery.
Yeah, you can short rest, use the arcane recovery, cast the spell, and then get your long rest.
Cast the spell. Well, oh yeah, you haven't short rested yet today.
No.
You
No,
can just
I
short
haven't.
rest right now and get you get
Yeah.
half your level. So
Yeah.
round it up or round it down.
Oh, that's a good point.
Who knows? It's not like I have a wizard or anything that I play.
Well, let me check.
Yeah, it's not like you have a wizard that's what, level 9,
Level 10.
10.
We're level 10. He only needs like 800 experience, so he leveled up yesterday probably.
Nice.
Darvish is so ridiculous.
Oh, it's
This guy
rounded
has
up.
more constitution than Darvish.
Yeah, he does.
Good. So I haven't been cheating this whole time. That's why I didn't want to look it up. Because I always round up.
So yeah, so you can do that then, right?
All right, yeah. So I'll get Nystul's magic aura back.
Cool.
I'll cast that on him and continue to give him a false aura.
God, that's so weird. All right,
Keep
so
going.
your corpse is now protected and all set. So we'll end the session there. That was interesting, very interesting. On a side note, the the map that we're this is for Ryan and Chris real quick. Just gonna mention something to them. This map, by the way, you two, is the one that we're having our fight in on Sunday.
That's funny.
Just
We're probably going to come in from the left.
yeah,
Mhm.
we are actually, I believe. So just throwing that out there. So yeah, but no, that was a good session, guys. That was a good time.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I love our like day sessions. It's just like one day. It's
Yeah.
like our.
I
I think it works really well.
I
Actually,
try to plan them as kind of like almost one shots, but as part of this within the story. And it seems because we only have 3 hours, so it seems to work fairly well. You guys did pretty well. I totally forgot you had those beads of forces. I figured those kobolds were going to be super irritating.
I was just like, "Fuck this!" Just
If he wasn't going to do that, I was going to shatter him.
Right.
I was gonna shatter him too.
I thought you guys might do something like that. But I'm like, oh, cool. You'll have to burn a spell slot, and then he's like, I'm just gonna check this bead.
yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
do
like
max damage.
Kaino's Kaido's gonna have shatter eventually.
Right.
So I was like, these beads are basically like shitty shatters. Except for the ball thing is actually really cool.
It's a neat, yeah, it's a neat effect. So plus you can just chuck it. You don't have to make. It's not like you just like
Yeah.
you don't have any spell You don't.
Yeah,
have to
he
say
threw
anything.
the bead of force a lot better than the coin. Let's put it that way.
Definitely, definitely. But yeah, good session.
Had a little
guys.
bit more weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Eventually, anyway.
2 weeks from today will be the next session, and that'll be we'll start off with your straight into your arena fight. It's going to be a first thing in the morning kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're not. No one has anything they want to do, right?
Yeah, is there anything anyone wants? Is there anything anyone's looking to kind of do?
He does like the
RP
10-minute.
rounds?
Avalon does the 10-minute ritual, but that's not like.
I'm
Right.
well, just yeah. RP wise, I'm looking to. We'll do the fight, of course, but I don't know.
Oh,
I kind of want to
Varen?
contact those other competitors.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's in the cards. That would
And-
probably be something for after the fight, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow. Kaino would suggest to Varen. He's like, oh, and Zelenor. So the two people in his room, probably before he went to sleep, because these fuckers don't like ever sleep. He would be like, you know, you guys have a lot of free time. Maybe you can try and keep an eye out for some. You know, there's definitely something that goes down in this. There's, you know, it's an outer city. There's probably some kind of underground. Maybe look for some movement, or just try and snoop around for where someone might have some wealth. We should try and offload that gem before too long.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna just kind of start either look for the underground or start making an underground.
Yeah, just like poke around and see if people are like going in and out of any shops at late at night, or just like frequently, you know.
That
You guys have
and,
like a collective 12 hours between yourselves every night.
right. That and if like there isn't really one. I mean, those other fighters are in the same position as us. They're fighters. If we get a little bit of following,
We could send
build
them
our-
into the dungeons.
Well, I'm just saying we can build our own underground, build our own thieves guild or whatever.
And then John will RP them, and we can just watch him.
I just RP a whole party of adventurers going through that entire session. So for 3 hours, I'm just like, all right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do sneak attack with my short bow here, and then
I
Billy
have two of
Bob.
myself.
Right, Billy Bob is now going to use.
You have to have a love interest.
Yeah.
But good session.
through Varen's
John.
music,
Uh,
his charisma and all this stuff, I'm hoping.
Someone was asking me something.
Yeah, are you keeping track of how many days I've cast Nystul's magic aura?
Nope. I think
Alright.
it's been.
What is it, like a
20 days.
year if you cast it?
It's like 10
You
days.
have
No,
to cast
it's
it
30.
30 days in a row.
Oh, yeah, you could probably keep track of that.
It's been like 3. I'll say it's been
3
Oh,
or
wait,
4
what is it?
days.
Yeah, I'll say.
I think it's
4.
been 4 days.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
I'll
many
give you
times
that.
have you used the spell slot on it?
Yeah, do you know?
Once.
I think it's been 3 days, like...
3
Oh,
times.
because he wasn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
was I think it was only like
and-
2 days, or this is my third
It's 3
day.
days.
This is 3.
because
Okay.
Because since Kelver died, yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah.
not since the beginning. It's since Kelver died. It's
Yeah.
been 3 days.
So yeah, so this when you just cast it, that was your third casting.
All right, I'll keep that on my character sheet.
Cool. What happens when you've casted 30 days? Like the effect's permanent or something like
This
that?
is perfect.
Yeah,
The illusion lasts until it's dispelled.
That's great.
I have
Whenever
it
you
under
cast a spell,
exposure.
choose one or both of the effects.
This.
This
Okay.
effect lasts for the duration. If you cast the spell on the same creature or object every day for 30 days, placing the same effect on it each time, the illusion lasts until it is dispelled.
Gentle repose and this aura thing would make like you could, if you want to stop adventuring, you could go into undertaking.
It would be better than that, though, because he could end up making a corpse out of this, and except for visually, which simple, like, disguise, if you could get, like, disguise self as self, you'd have to get, like, something that could disguise it.
Oh yeah.
Another illusion.
If you had a disguise kit,
Yeah, you'd also have to have like some nice perfume.
You could
But
you could at least do a store.
well, gentle repose actually. No, gentle
Yeah,
repose would stop it from smelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez, and then like it for all intents and purposes, it's just a gnome. Like, but really, it's a zombie. That's
That is what
awesome.
I'm going for.
Wow.
That's
Jesus
great.
Christ.
I love it. I don't look forward to 2 months from now when there's like 5 zombies hanging out with us at all times, and people are gonna be like, "So what's with your friends that never talk and just stand in the corner with dead eyes? Always the eyes."
So what? The arena guys do it. They got
They're
golems.
they're from corporate.
It's true. It's true. They do have golems.
We're just making our own corporate. Just all
I
part
just
of the
think
same
it would be
thing.
so funny to have like a companion, just like almost alive, like super
fucking
close.
I also can
Oh.
see. I totally
Shaun
imagine.
of the Dead.
Right.
Yeah.
I
what's
imagine
his name?
Avalon like petting them occasionally, like absent-mindedly. God knows what Zelenor does to them when everyone else is
Zelenor takes them
sleeping,
into
though.
the room occasionally, and like noises come out.
Yeah, like he doesn't sleep anymore. He has a lot of free time.
Elves
It's 4
don't
hours
do
of
shit.
free time without me.
All right,
There's
guys.
still,
Well, I'm gonna take off, but yeah, good session. Yeah, I'll see you
Thanks.
guys in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.